Hi, everyone. Happy Saturday. Good morning. Good morning. I was not going to go live, but I have a few spare minutes. We are excitedly going to see the new Spider Man movie today. And we are huge, Marvel fans, so I'm excited for that. But I have a little time to spare, and I was just caught up on some things, so I wanted to come live and talk about it. And hopefully, we can all talk about it. Good morning, Kick. I got you up over here. You will not be forgotten today. Okay, here, let me pull this down. There we go. Kick to the right. All right, now I can see everything. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Come on in, hit the thumbs up on your way. Right, the receipt wasn't ChatGPT'd. um, hey there, Toots. Good morning. Hitting the thumbs up on your way in is equivalent to wiping your feet at the door. Come on in, make sure you're clean, and let's take a seat. The 5K starting us off with a silver star. Thank you. Oh, yeah, I'm on both. Witchy woman, good morning. Poetic justice, cheesy. Oh, I should have did my title the right way, which is the wrong way. Palm tree with the finger heart. Thank you so much. I'm so glad they fixed that. And they let make it so we can see it now. Christina Rain with the hype. Thank you, my friend. Have you, Shauna? That's so sweet of you. Thank you. The 5Ks with the high five. All right, come on. Nellie's messing with me again. Angie, thank you so much for being a member for 8 months. Happy Saturday to you. We are 1 month away from a YouTube baby. When you have a green check. What's up, Pesci? I asked you before you went back to the dang universe. I don't know if Keem would let you. And I don't know how to operate Discord. Man, could you imagine, Pesci? We would lay into them. I would say all the things you won't. Let me tell you. Katie, thank you so much for the hide-in. Woo, 23 months. Off to Kick I go. Thank you, Irish Eyes, for always coming over, smashing that thumbs up, and then heading back to Kick. 29 months is insane, Lauren girl. Thank you so much. Honeybee, lost my voice there. Honeybee coming through with the floating heart. And Jennifer with the 100. Oh, we're going to get 100 into it today. We got so much. I got so much to say, but so little time. So I'm going to speed run through it all. First, where's Hartley? Where you at, Hartley? Thank you so much, Hopeless, for the jewel, for the floating heart. Tiffany B with the 16 months. Good morning to you. Well, I'll survive. So I wanted to come back after, but we ended up stopping at the airport, which I showed you all. We wanted to see the Goodyear blimp. The Goodyear blimp was there, but we just missed it. And it was coming back at 1:30, but then we got distracted. So we were able to see how the planes actually attached the banners to fly over the beaches, which was really cool. They nosedive going at like 80, and they have like a little hook they have to latch to like a little eye. It was truly impressive. It was so cool to see. They were so welcoming to me and the kids, and it was really a good time. And then we went over to the lake and we did some canoeing, and then we went back to the pool, and then we did a bike ride. And I only had the 2 days with them there, so we tried to squeeze as much as we could. So I do apologize that I did not come back, but that's why I'm here right now, making up for it. So thank you. Thank you, Anne, for the watermelon. Coco with the 12 months. Time flies. It really flies. We just had a YouTube baby. Congratulations, Yvette. Who would have thought we would ever be able to co-parent? There she is. There she is. Did you have to make me a grump? I mean, I was being grumpy, but did I have to be a grumpy cat? Did I have to be a grumpy cat? I saw one idiot on there. Hey, Doors, it's so good to see you, Doors of Perception. Dello, thank you for the thumbs up. I saw one idiot on there that's like everywhere talking about me. They say the dumbest shit, like, oh, barbecue's lawyer did all the work. And it's like, just dumb shit like that. But they said that although I'm not live every day, I'm clocking time. I'm clocking amazing time a week. So I went and looked. And do you know, within a week, I did 14 hours on YouTube. 14 hours. I'm not live once, twice, 3 times a day. I did 14 hours. When I don't go live every day, sometimes I extend. I go a little bit longer than I like to. I don't think 14 hours is extremely long time. The other thing I'm tired of people saying And it honestly, I'm not like tired, like, oh, it pisses me off so bad. But it is aggravating when I hear people say, Granny acts like she's the only person to ever be sued. First off, no, I don't. Do you want me to talk about every lawsuit that ever took place? Obviously, when you come to my channel, you're going to hear about me, right? I mean, that's the way it is. I have never in my life ever been sued. I have been sued 3 times frivolously in 2 years. Yeah, that is a huge fucking deal. And while you may be tired of it and you may not like it and you whatever, I could talk about it far more. Let me tell you, I could talk about it every day, all day, till the sun goes down and it comes up again, because that is how outrageous the claims were. I could go by through and through each and every accusation and debunk it. I have hardly spoken about it. The reason some of you feel like it's all I speak about is because that's the only time you listen. I don't give a fuck if you think I talk about it too much. I think I don't talk about it enough. Okay. If I want to make it my every single day, if I want to go through docket by docket, I will. Pink October, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you. It's me with the flower. I mean, these people don't understand it. If I got sued because of YouTube, why wouldn't I talk about it on YouTube, right? And don't people deserve to be aware of how frivolous these people are? Don't I deserve to clear my name from accusations like I have blood on my hands because a missing child can't be found? Don't you think I'd be very justified if I decide to go on every other podcast there is and talk about what Dog the Bounty Hunter did to me and another single mom? I think people deserve to know that there are people amongst us that will ambush, chase a missing child's case and then ruin all public awareness for it. I think people deserve to know that, and I think I deserve to speak on how I feel every single day if I want to speak about it, especially when there's 3 of them and it's ongoing. So shut the fuck up. If you don't want to hear it, unsubscribe, don't listen. But you ain't never going to tell me, oh, Granny thinks she's the only person that's ever been sued. Ooh, really? That's funny, because throughout my entire lawsuits, we have quoted other cases. Do you really think I think that? Or do you expect me to go speak about every single person that's ever been sued? I'd love to see how some of these people would handle it. How would some of you handle being sued 3 times in 2 years? Right, she talks about it too much. There's no transparency. Which one is it? Which one is it? I don't think I talk enough about it. I mean, I talk about Brittany, and I'll continue to do that, but I don't talk about the lawsuit all the time. But maybe I will. Maybe I'll do a refresher course. Maybe I'll remind everybody the severity of what they did. Maybe I'll remind everybody how they used a missing child's name to ride this into a courthouse. How many of you would win a lawsuit against Dog the Bounty Hunter and not fucking scream it from the rooftops? Can any of you, I mean, get the fuck out of here. Or better yet, come under a real name. Because did you all know? First off, a lot of people started off YouTube and they started off with government names. And they quickly learned that that's a dumb mistake to do. I remember all throughout Sebastian's case, because a lot of people were coming from Facebook. I remember telling people, if you're here under a government name, please change it. Please change it. So if anybody ever made that mistake, rather it was 5 years ago, 6 years ago, or a month ago, does it give us a right to go dig it up and say, well, you came on here back in June of 2022 with your legal name? Or is that a dox? What do you think? Fucking ridiculous. Exactly, Auburn. Especially this guy's coming around again like he's just some woe is me. They didn't do what I needed them to do. The police warned him. Everybody warned him. Oh, it happened with the Marvine case. A bunch of people with their legal names. Right. And I think it's a fucking dox. I think if you take somebody's old username from 5-6 years ago and you come out here and you say, well, they were there, I think it's a dox. And I'm going to stand on it's a dox. So just any of you know, if you're under here, because obviously Pistol Amy's name's not Pistol Amy, will people have a right to figure out your name? No, that's called a dox. Tired of these people always trying to play these whataboutisms and excuses. If I decide to take any other person and say, hey, this is who's actually behind this channel, because clearly their name's not, Bulldog, always making excuses. Can't stand it. Should be talked about more, in my opinion. F them. Thank you, Pistol Amy. Does piss me off a lot. And not only that, but who's the one that put the Rico all over social media? I woke up one day to creators reading it. Who's the one that tried giving it to TMZ? Who's the one that ran to news stations? But now Granny talks too much about it. Oh, well, you know what? Let me talk a little bit more. Matter of fact, I think I'll dedicate an entire week to going through it. Real life asshole, that's hysterical. Good morning, Polish. Anyway, that's the type of mood I'm on for right now. So come on in, take a seat, get comfortable. Remember, don't lick the windows, don't eat the crowns, and we'll be all right. That's for Brittany's 4 subscribers. Just if anybody's wondering, that's yeah. Oh, and I saw somebody say, "Oh, using insults that were used to insult the disabled. It's really cute," or some shit like that. Let me tell you something. There are people that literally run around here using the R word, okay? That don't give me no bullshit. First off, we got to tell kindergartners you're not allowed to eat the glue. We got to tell them to keep the crown out their mouth. Shut up. Somebody's always looking to give, some type of reason to cry. It's fucking ridiculous. That's really sweet, Cheesy. Thank you. I unfortunately know way more than I'd like to know. That's the other thing. People always get so mad, right? People tell Granny she should be a lawyer. Well, first off, do you really think I'm going to be a fucking lawyer? Do you really think so? Why do you get angry about that? But she didn't graduate the 8th grade. I'm sorry your parents didn't love you. I'm sorry you believe that there are parents out there that would allow their kids to drop out of the 8th grade. I'll tell you what they didn't do. They didn't watch me get pregnant 3 times by the time I turned fucking 19. Okay? Good morning, Candy Wrapper. I hope you're doing well. Brandy Wine with the 20 months. Good morning to you. The Luminously BJ. Haven't seen them since the other night with the Davis stuff with Craig. Anyone else notice? I know Craig was being his perverted self again. I know that. Anyway, I found a woman who I think is the Craig format. Matter of fact, I guarantee they can link up together and they'd be BFFs, and we're going to talk about all of that. We're going to talk about all of that. We're going to take the RV to a different pasture, and we're going to talk about the cows over there. It's going to be a good time. But what I'm here for, you would love the grumpy cat, wouldn't you? Love being a felon melon. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. War Schmiegel, you Sesame Street character. Keep fucking implying I called CPS because you're not untouchable, bitch. Don't ever forget. I don't care if you're retired. I don't care what you are. At one point or another, you worked on the taxpayer's dollar. Okay. You have access to things you shouldn't because of the career that you were given, and you sit here on YouTube and you run your mouth, you make false accusations, and worst of all, you support frivolous litigation. Keep making implications that I called CPS on your deadbeat mother friend and watch what comes from it. I'm seriously so tired of you people sitting over here acting like everything anybody ever says about any of you is defamation, incitement, going real life, going too far. But you can sit over there and make your baseless fucking accusations. Here's the fact of the matter, and I know a lot of you won't like it, and I don't care. You don't get to call it a frivolous phone call, a baseless phone call, or a false phone call to CPS if an investigation is open. They're having your friend pull a fucking follicle of her hair out for a goddamn reason, okay? And it's not because they believe the calls are baseless. So you can shut up with that. You know why Brittany for 2 years now has threatened to go legal on whoever calls CPS yet hasn't? Because she can't. Because they made her get beds and they made her clean up and they made her renovate and they made her clean and they made her do all the other things, which means they found cause. So you will not find cause to pursue anybody at any goddamn time on the back of that because they were not baseless. Unlike her lawsuits, which are very baseless. Now, instead of sitting over there looking like Big Bird in all her glory, why don't you come off Sesame Street and go help your friend pick up your favorite color crown and answer the interrogatories? So tired of these people. You know what? I'm about to do it. Somebody stop me because I'm going to do it. I said I'm going to do it. Oh no. I think we're going to do it. I don't know. Do I do it? Do I not? Do I do it? Do I not? The question we all need to know. I think we do it. Uh oh, it's coming. I think we do it. I think we do it. That's it. It's amongst us.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system
announcing
the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government.
I now declare August 1st the official I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm a bitch. I'm kidding. I'm too scared. Oh, you guys are bad influence. Bad influences, I'll tell you. But no, jokes aside, I need to get serious. Today is not the day of the purge, but it will be coming soon. We get a 1 hour purge. That's right, Kraken. You already know what time it is. We get a 1 hour purge. Today is not that day, though. I seriously have a serious topic. My dad's face. I said, don't do it. And I need to stop joking for a minute, talk about this, but I also need you all to hit that thumbs up while you're sitting here. Okay. Thank you, Truth and Karma. I heard last night that there were some type of talk about people allegedly calling Britney's baby Clubby. Now, listen, I didn't hear anybody say it. I didn't see anybody say it. They were saying it was a chatter. Then there was allegations it was somebody else. There were allegations that it was Laura. And I personally have not heard anybody say that. I have not seen anybody say that. And I'll be quite honest, I don't support anybody saying it. Okay. At the end of the day, that baby is a baby and she's an innocent baby. Just because her mother's trash, just because her father's trash, would you make fun of your cousin's baby if they had club feet? Would you do that? I mean, really, an infant, a newborn, a baby. Is that where we're at? We're going to make jokes like that. We're going to call babies. Yeah, I mean, come on. It's deplorable. We're better than that. You know, I've often heard and I've experienced, which is why I often take a step back, that the longer you stare at the monster, the more you become. Don't become that monster. There's no reason. It's not cute. It's not funny. It's none of those things. If I saw somebody write that in my chat, you're being deleted on site because we're not doing that. That baby is innocent. That baby is pure. The baby is a baby. Do you hear what I'm saying? Don't do that shit. It's gross. Be better than that. Nobody, you want to go around the real world saying this shit, don't go around YouTube saying it. I would love to know the chatter's name because I hate to say, you deserve public shame, but you do because that's just deplorable. But I would love to know if it's even a regular chatter or if it's a setup. Just like I had somebody with the name Red something come in here asking for Nonsense's docs. That's a setup. Okay. Having club feet doesn't make you special needs. The procedures that are done can fix it. I know Brittany's own timeline on it doesn't make sense, but listen, are we really going to deep dive the truth of a baby's health? No. Let the liar lie the way she lies. Who cares? Do not go around insulting this baby. It's a baby. If anything, pray for the baby. Wish well for the baby. She's already making titles for live streams. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. This whole idea of CPS giving out the caller ID or whatever, somebody didn't block their caller ID. You need to put a name on it. Nobody's playing your little guess who games. If you're claiming you know the identity of who fucking called, put a name on it. Because the moment you do, you're going to owe a lot of apologies. Put a name on it. Because at this point, all you're doing is risking the job of that CPS worker. You're using it as a way to try to intimidate people. to try to incite anger against people. You're using it as a way to play around. And I don't know about any of you, but as a fucking mother, if I knew somebody absolutely made a false complaint to CPS and I had their identity, I'm not going to use it as a, haha, got you. Let me make subliminal post. Let's see how this is going to play out. It's going to play out like everything else has, fall flat on the face. There'll be another distraction. Stop sitting out here playing around with something as serious as CPS. It's not a hashtag. It's not a way to get clicks and views. It's your fucking children's memories. This will have lasting impacts. Stop playing like you know who the fuck called and say it. No, they won't say anything, Navigator, because the 4 people in there, 2 of them are usually conversing about something not even on topic. The other one's only in there to hype Brittany up, and the other one's only in there to delete all the people. Nobody speaks against her because she has a hug box. Just like we're supposed to believe that CPS went to the wrong house for a month. Oh, really? Did it? Okay. Don't ever forget, she said the first call, the guy said he knew it was salacious and malicious. Yet it opened up a plane. They would never give out the caller ID. They never would. That's the whole purpose behind CPS. The whole purpose is to not make people afraid of retaliation for calling. All she's doing is risking the CPS workers' jobs. That's it. That's all. You're an idiot to keep playing with them like that. War Birdie is insane. Big Bird is insane. She really is. Big Bird is very insane. Truth and karma, that's what I keep saying. It's the school. She is so comfortable coming out here blaming YouTube and yet not changing any of her behaviors because they're not originating with YouTube. That is my full opinion of it. Because if I was out here and I was saying, hey, Brittany's the reason people keep calling CPS on me, you know what I wouldn't do? I wouldn't continue to poke at Brittany. If Brittany really believed that me and Clue were the ones calling CPS on her, don't you think she would never mention our names again? I don't know, though. It's the same idiot that ran to the course that she's so afraid and yet couldn't stop saying my fucking name. For 3 months after that lawsuit was filed, I didn't say a word about Brittany. I'm sorry, maybe 2 months. Instead, I made community posts to prove that she don't stop. And here we are, 2 legal filings later, and she still don't shut up about me. Good morning.
Well, good morning. Thank you for going live.
Of course.
And does she ever come in here?
Just Samantha?
Yeah.
Yeah, she comes in sometimes.
Oh. Yeah, I want her to know. I want to know why she's running around saying that I said it. And it's bullshit. I would never say anything like that. The baby is innocent. Brittany may be a complete asshole, and Craig may be a complete loser, and we may have our thoughts, but that baby is still an innocent baby. I mean, it's not the baby's fault that she has club feet. Blame the mom. But it's not the baby's fault. Like, I would never say something that vile, ever. That's
It's a dumb thing to
gross.
say. Like, why nickname the baby? I mean, that's stupid. Come on.
Exactly. It's just gross. And like, I don't get a bad enough reputation as it is for shit I don't say. And then some of the shit I do say, but for her to run around, and it's, she said it more than once. It wasn't like she only said one screenshot. No, I have like 4 screenshots where she said it. I'm
Yeah.
like, wow.
So the chat's a little confused. Just Samantha did not call the baby clubby. Just Samantha was adamantly typing out that Laura said it.
Can you show the screenshots?
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Yeah, she said it like 3 or 4 times that it, oh, I know who said it. It was Laura. I heard Laura say it. Laura
Yep.
said it.
J-Dub, yes, I am.
I haven't heard anybody. I haven't seen or heard anybody say it. That's where I'm coming from. I'd like proof to see that anybody said it at all. My understanding is no proof was shown, but that's the problem with it, right? Because Brittany purposely goes live and she'll say, like, oh, they were saying, they said this, they did that. And then people speculate on who they is. And I'm tired of it. People need to start putting a fucking name on it.
Yeah, here's another thing. Stephanie SW says, I heard Laura's chat said it. No, nobody in Laura's chat said it ever. None of my mods would allow it. I wouldn't allow it. No, sorry. And that's how rumors get started. And that's why people say, oh, Laura's so horrible. If it wasn't for Granny's mods, I would never even know this. Like nobody I know was watching Queen Bee. I would have no idea. And thank God it got back to me.
So here, well, if Laura calls the baby chubby, is outraged. If Clue did it, it's hysterical, unfortunately. And then she fixes it and says clubby. So, well, if Laura calls the baby clubby, is outraged. If Clue did it, it's hysterical, unfortunately. See, she has a heart up for certain people. Heard Laura called the baby clubby. Yeah, because clubfoot is that's right. Clubfoot, there's many reasons why that can happen. No clue. I only heard Laura called the baby that. I don't know if that's true though. Not Clue, but wouldn't put it past her either.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
Right.
And you know, Just Samantha is a trusted QB person. I don't know why, but she's a trusted QB person. So people are like, oh wow, Laura must have said it. She only said it 5 different ways. And then it spreads to, oh, Laura didn't say it or chat did. And meanwhile, none of it is even true. Didn't happen in my chat, had nothing to do with me. And honestly, I would never say something like that. It's fucking gross. I'd say it about Brittany. I wouldn't say it about the baby. I mean, shit, I'm a mom.
Right. They do stir a lot of trouble. Yes, they do, Tiffany B. Yes, they do. I have to disagree, Cheesy. I thought she was a good person, but she is definitely always, and I confront her on it. She's in the Discord's always talking shit about me or Clue, always trying to, like, you know, here she is. Here, would you like a link?
I was just going to ask you.
Laurie said multiple times, I don't know if it was true, but you wrote it multiple times as if it were too. So you can't really have it both ways, right?
And you even said to Samantha, I heard Laura say it.
You did. It literally says, I heard Laura said it. Say it. I heard Laura say it.
Yep. So now you're just lying, saying that you said multiple times in chat you didn't know if it was true.
Heard Laura called that baby clubby. That's literally what your comment says. Heard Laura call the baby clubby. This is why I've said it several times, steer away from speaking about the baby at all. I get Brittany speaks about her. It's her baby. She can. Just like I can come on my channel, speak about my kids. Doesn't give people a right to do it too. There's no reason for the baby to be such high discussion anyway, to the point where anybody's calling her clubby. Stupid.
For your mind to even go there is fucked up. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know who said it, but for your mind to even go there about a little child, a baby who did not ask to have club feet just because the mom is an asshole is fucked up.
Well, it could also be hereditary. You know what I mean? Or, you know, who knows? But I mean, she did at one point, she said, I heard that Laura called it, but then she typed right here, heard Laura calls the baby clubby.
Thank you, Mad Dog.
It was not Laura. It was a chatter, and she admitted she said it. Laura had nothing to do with it. Well, but this is so, all right. So just Samantha, heard as in rumor. Right. Okay. Well, I heard that you say it. You see how that works? Because people aren't going to run with the part that, oh, well, it's just a rumor. You didn't necessarily clarify it's just a rumor. You wrote it out several times throughout the one chat.
Now, Samantha, how would you feel if I sat up here, because there were 770 people in that chat. So right now we have 878. How would you feel if I said, I heard that she is a mole for nonsense, and she takes all of screenshots from Queen Bee's Discord and gives them to Nonsense, and that's how Nonsense knows what's going on. Would you like that? Now that 800 and something people just heard that?
Oh, don't forget the people on Kick. Shout out to you,
Yeah,
Kickers.
forgot about Kick too. I mean, that's how shit gets started, and that's how fucked up it is. And
And
believe
where
me,
did you hear it from, just Samantha? Where'd you hear it from?
probably Wispy.
Because you heard it enough to repeat it, which means you heard it from somewhere. So where did you hear it from? Just because someone said it doesn't make it true. I, for one, don't believe everything I hear and I wouldn't repeat it. Just saying. Yeah, but a lot of people do. And that's what sucks.
But if you're in a chat with like 100 people or 200 people, it's not that big of a deal. But when
Yeah.
you start spreading lies to 700, 1,000 on people that get, I'm only kidding, cheesy. When you're getting 1,000 people live and then your replay is going to have 6, 7, 8,000 views, yeah, you got to watch what rumors you start.
She said it. Well, V Tim said it on panel. Jeez, just Samantha.
B Tim didn't say that I said that.
I didn't. I missed all of this. I didn't even know there was a
I didn't-
discussion about the baby in such a manner, to be honest.
Just Samantha, why don't you take a link?
It's easier to talk it out than to read from chat. You know what I mean? Like this could be worked out. You're saying you heard it as a rumor. We're just asking, well, Laura's just asking, like, well, why? Where? Please do not lump her with the hive. She's a member, stands on her own personal views. Well, I feel the same way. Like every chatter stands on their own personal views. I think what Laura was saying is she's an active chatter that people recognize there. So when she says things, people tend to believe it. No, I agree. It's not just Samantha that does it, Hartley. A lot of people do. Right. He probably said that off of your comment, though, just Samantha, which is, you know what I mean? Because at that point, the only person that was saying Laura, as far as I don't know. I can't say as far as I'm aware because I didn't hear any of it, but it's in these screenshots that is you. So maybe B. Tim would say, oh, it's a rumor that Laura said it, but I need a clip based off your comments. And that's how it spreads. No, not saying, no, she's not saying that B. Tim. Nobody's saying anybody called the baby that. Hey, just Samantha.
So, good morning.
Good morning.
Sorry. I was sleeping. I just had John in the background. That's what I do to fall asleep.
I forget it's so fucking early.
So, I guess from now on, I can be very clear when I say heard versus hear. The conversation was Laura, or the conversation was BJ's baby being called names. Who said it? Where was that said? That starts the conversation in chat. I said I heard Laura call the baby Clubby. Then I was very clear to say I don't know if it's true. I heard like rumor. B. Tim read about it being a rumor and was very specific that he would need the clip or a receipt to make sure that that was true.
Well, where did you hear it from?
Thank you.
I don't know if it was in Poppy's live that you came up on panel. Is that where it started, Laura?
No, never.
With Wendy? I thought Wendy's. I'm not sure.
I didn't hear that come up. I was watching that stream. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear anything about Clubby at that point.
Okay, fair enough. I'm not sure then. I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't travel that far. I thought it was in that chat.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't recall that being a conversation there either. The chatter who typed in clues was not recognizable by me. I saw it while chat was flying by. Yeah. And the fact that, in a chat of over 1,000 chat and that one comment stands out, and then it becomes, Brittany's woe is me, and then it becomes a whole discussion. Then as well, Laura, I heard Laura say, and now people are like, oh, well, I heard Laura say it, and then it flies like wildfire. You know how that goes.
Now, in all fairness, it could have been said in chat by one of my haters just making up shit because that's all they do. That's possible, but that's something that should have been stopped on the spot. Like, okay, you're saying she said it. Where's the proof? Where can I find the proof before I bring this over to somewhere else? I have some of the most vile haters on this internet who will lie about anything
Well, why
just to
isn't
put my
Brittany
name
putting a
out
name
there.
on it? Why isn't Brittany putting a name on it? Why isn't Brittany saying, "Hey, the chatter 123 pie called my baby Clubby," and then there wouldn't be this fucking speculation around it. Instead, everybody runs with it that the pathological liar is being honest about it. Well, where's the proof?
But to be very clear, Laura, I did say after more people started to be talking about it, I don't know if it's true because I do know people run with shit. I don't lie on this app. I don't have a reputation as a bullshitter. And that's what I'm saying. Then B. Tim made sure to read, however I said it that third time, that I never heard this myself. And
Okay,
that's when B. Tim said we would need a receipt, and he shut it down. That, you know.
but
Right,
once
he
it's
shut
out
you.
there, it's out there.
Well, to be fair, he shut you down because at that point you're the only person saying it, right? So we have here, well, if Laura calls the baby chubby, which you meant clubby, is outraged. Clue did it is hysterical, unfortunately. Now Sky said, just Samantha, you heard that. Now it starts being repeated that Laura said it, right? Because
Yep.
others just hear what you're saying, they trust your word of it. Then you said, heard Laura calls the baby clubby. So you're not saying, like, you're saying heard Laura calls the baby clubby. So now people are like, oh, so it must have been Laura that said it. And I get that beats him eventually, and you're splitting up comments, right? So like you're like, oh, I heard she said it, but I don't know if it's true. But unfortunately, the part that sticks out is I heard Laura say it. And that's what people are running with. And you don't even know where you heard it from. So
Yeah,
like you're just running off a rumor that you're not even sure where you heard it from. And now that's how others do it too, because that's how people operate. And you know that.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to become a thing. Sorry, Laura. You know, like I said right there, I didn't know that if it was true, maybe I should have just typed that over and over. And I do stand on my comment that if Clue said it, it would be hysterical versus you, Laura. You would get the hate. And I think you would agree with that, honestly.
I do agree with that. But it goes back to why am and this isn't your fault per se. I just don't know why my name gets brought up with everything, even stuff that I'm clueless about, that I have no idea about. And all of a sudden my name gets thrown into it. I don't know why.
Maybe it was after you came on panel with Cappy that Wendy went live that morning, and I watched a few minutes of it because I don't just make shit up for fun around here. That's not the reputation I have. So it could have been that chat, Laura, which was full of your haters.
Oh, I don't doubt that for 1 second.
Because I know I
Wait,
heard it somewhere. Like I'm saying, I'm just not known for going around and making shit up. And if somebody else said it in Clues, right?
Apparently, I don't know. But I know you're not making it up because you heard or read it somewhere, right? But there was still no facts to it. You didn't hear it yourself. You didn't see proof of it being done, yet you're repeating it as if there may be some truth to it.
To
And I think,
thousands of people.
right. And I do think maybe a bit of it has to do with the fact that you do have a strong dislike for Clue, for Truth, for me, maybe even Laura. Because if the conversation was reversed and somebody was running around saying, I heard it was Queen, you'd be the first one to say, where's the fucking proof?
No, that's not true. That's not how I roll. I don't know why people think I have this disdain for Clue. I actually think her and Cletus are quite funny, and I like their relationship. And Laura, I was in Laura's chat. Laura, you can confirm that. You said, why aren't you green? That was months ago. So I don't comment on who I like. And I'm also an advocate for where the fuck did receipts go? Because they went out the window. Look what just happened to Bitter Tea. And I didn't think this was going to become a thing. So,
But it was a thing when it was when it was happening. Like that was the whole discussion, right? Brittany says somebody called the baby clubby. Of course, that's a big thing. People talking that way about an infant is deplorable. It's going to be a topic. Then it's okay. Well, who said it? Because Brittany says they said it, and it's a whole, big shit show trying to figure out who said it. And there's the typical people that always get fucking blamed. And unfortunately, your comments added to that and you don't even remember where you heard it. And that's just how but I appreciate you having the discussion. And I think you understand what I'm saying as well. It's like, unfortunately, that would be enough for others to run and say, well, I also heard Laura said it because they saw just Samantha type it. Not that they actually heard it, but they saw it typed. Because this is just how this fucking place is.
Well, they would also see just Samantha type that. I don't know if it's true. And B. Tim said, we need a receipt. So that was kind of made it clear for me.
For you, not for everybody, because not everybody sees all of just Samantha's comments. They might just see one or two, and they don't see the third because the chat's moving.
And Samantha, honestly, and this goes for everybody, if this was a few years ago, it wouldn't even matter. I'd be like, believe what you want. But I have tried so hard to come back from you know what, and have tried everything I could. And something like that, it just makes people like, see, she hasn't changed. She hasn't done anything, blah, blah, blah. And that, see, but here, Laura could have read out loud, not written. No, Laura never said anything of the sort. Not in a comment, not anywhere. But it's like, I've tried so hard to come back from it. And something like that just pushes it back, like way back to where we started. Laura hasn't changed. Laura's this, Laura's that. And that's why it hurts.
I think some people, especially after you're going on Cappy's, Laura, it doesn't matter what you can do or say. And I know you want to move on from it, but it seems that other people, they're just not going to fuck with you. Like, that's just their line for them. There's no, I can give somebody second chances and see that a change can happen. But there's a lot of people in the community that they just don't feel that way about you. You know?
And that's fine. Not everyone's going to like me. I'm totally fine with that. My point is, adding rumors do not help the situation. Just like if I went around stating that you were taking screenshots out of Queen Bee's Discord and giving them to Nonsense, and that's how Nonsense knows what's going on in Queen Bee's Discord, you wouldn't like that. And that's a rumor I heard. Is it true?
That is an actual rumor. Yeah.
Well,
I don't know.
the Queen knows my character for 3 years now, and I'm pretty sure she wouldn't believe that.
I'm just saying, though, but if I just said it randomly with it, you know, it gets people questioning. And then people like, maybe that's true. That's what I'm saying, though. It's just nobody likes rumors when there's no proof to back it up. Like, I don't have proof of it, but I also wouldn't run around spreading it. But I'm just trying to show you a point, like my point, that you wouldn't like it knowing this video is going to get probably 10,000 views. So 10,000 people are going to see that. And here I just put this out there. That's basically what you did.
Well, I apologize. I didn't think it was going to become anything. And like I said, maybe I should have put, I don't know if it's true every time.
Or at least know where you're quoting from if you're going to say it.
Well, after I thought about it, I said the Wendy did a morning live, and that's more than, I'm 90% sure now that's where it came from, which I agree with Laura, was a chat full of her haters.
Right.
So that wasn't the best place to take to hear something and not actually hear Laura say it, for me not to have the receipt. That was a wrong move. I totally can see that.
I appreciate that, just Samantha. I really do. It you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be a big thing. You recognize it, you're saying it, and I understand. I get it.
Yeah, they lie. I'm telling you, I have some of the most vile haters ever. They just make up random shit no matter what. They'll say whatever. They'll say I killed my own mother just to say it, and people are like, yeah, I heard she did too, blah, blah, blah. It's insane.
Unfortunately, dependent upon past behaviors, people will always believe certain things. And that's fact. That's how they do it.
To be honest, Laura, I believed it. I'm not afraid to tell you that. Like, just like Granny said, I figured, well, that my statement is very clear. If you said it, I would believe you said it, and people would be outraged. But if Clue said it, it would be hysterical. I stand on that. That's how I felt.
No, I agree with that though. That is
See,
true.
I disagree, and I'll tell you why. Because there's this narrative that nobody ever pushes back against anything Clue says or does. I often tell Clue, I think you took it too far here. I don't like that you did that. People do speak up. I don't think many people would find it to be hysterical. I think that's some type of like personal disdain that makes people feel or think that way. What the hell is your avatar, B Tim?
That's the pinky fingers.
Yeah, I mean, I know who it is, but why?
Because he said I only have pinky fingers.
Oh, okay.
What's going on? I heard what's going on with me. I heard someone.
I caused a ruckus because of in chat I said about I heard Laura saying that she called the baby clubby, and I thought when you said about a receipt, I said I don't know if it's true that was going to be like enough, but I guess it's not. So
What do you
my
mean?
bad.
There is no receipt. I didn't hear. I just said I was asking for a receipt because I've never heard anyone say that name, so I didn't know.
Right.
I
Yeah,
don't
and I
know
think
who
that
said
would be
it.
the end of it, you know?
Okay, so why am I why am I being brought up?
Be-
Like,
I said, because it's my comment, and I said, B Thug read on panel that I didn't know if it was true and that you need a receipt. So that was like enough for me. Like you're like, we need a receipt before we run with that, you know? But it's already too late.
oh, okay. I mean, yeah, I would like to see a clip. That's the problem with Brittany J. She says things and never brings clips. So I don't know who said that. I don't have a clue. I wouldn't say that. I don't think it's a good fucking name to say about a baby because
I
at the end of
agree.
the day, it's a child, and I don't agree with saying that about a child.
I agree. I think it's disgusting.
You know, that's just my opinion. But I mean, I'm not. But the thing is like I've learned a little bit that honestly, there's a lot of fucked up things on this platform, and I'm just like that will be the list of things. Unfortunately, making names for a baby is probably goes on the list, but not the top of the list. Like for instance, what's the guy who FOIAs a person once a week, or a guy that literally threatened to punch a woman in the face and break her teeth out in a live stream.
No,
And
I agree, but I also think that's part of the problem is the whataboutisms because the fact of the matter is saying that about a baby is horrific. It
yeah,
doesn't this state doesn't take away all the other horrific things people have said and done. And you're right, what he has said and done is absolutely horrific.
you know, when you have like Brittany J in the chat cheering on like, you know, assaulting a woman
Right.
with makeup mobster and the rest, you know, and foiling a woman once a week and basically spreading lies and saying that she's have incestual relationship with her brother and saying that she's having sex with her brother and also stating that I'm apparently going to kidnap children. I'm sorry, but like I'm not going to give a fuck about Brittany J. I'm sorry. The lady cheers this shit on. I don't care. I'm not going to care at this point. She cheers on those things. So you other people can be the moral police when it comes to that. I don't give a fuck. To be completely honest with you with her. I'm not going to defend her. Sorry. The dead lady is a nasty lady that sits in a chat and cheers on making claims that BJ like Queen is having sex with her brother.
She literally sat on a panel with the rumor that I masturbate in bed with my son.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. So I agree with you there, but I want to make myself very clear. I'm not defending Brittany. I don't give a fuck what is said about that heifer. I do think that I'm defending us as a community that we're better than to go around nicknaming a baby something so
Yeah.
stupid
I agree.
and ignorant
agree.
and clubby.
Yep.
I agree, but Bridget can defend herself. I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to control what I say. If I heard someone say that on the panel, I'd say, "Ma'am or sir, do not say that. That's disrespectful to the child.
Right.
Child doesn't have a say, unfortunately. You know what I mean? To who their parents are. Her
Right.
parents
The
are
baby's
shit.
innocent as hell.
The baby's innocent. It's going through enough in life so far. It's a tough situation. Personally, I'm trying to avoid talking about the baby. Honestly,
Yeah, I agree.
you know what I
Because
mean?
that's Brittany's shield from criticism. That's Brittany's big woe is me. Oh, they called the baby clubby. And it's like, okay. Meanwhile, your mods called my daughter a whore being gangbanged by men in and out of hotel rooms. I mean, you know what I mean? Like they've all said horrible things. So again, like I'm saying, I'm not defending Brittany. I'm just saying we as a sector are better than to use stupid names like that. Brittany can nickname her baby all the stupid names in the world. It's
But-
her baby. Let's be
question:
above that.
Who said it? Do we know who said it?
A chatter admitted they said it, apparently.
So a chatter said it.
Yeah, a chatter.
Includes chat, not even my chat.
Okay, and that person just like it was just a chatter.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean,
That person was not me.
well, I know that. I know Samantha. You don't say crazy things like that. You're
I
pretty
mean,
thick
I
and smart.
heard it was just Samantha. I just don't remember where. I'm just kidding,
Oh
just Samantha.
shit.
I'm just kidding. And
Oh
just Samantha
shit.
would never say that. That's
No,
one thing
just
I will
Samantha's
say. She's
sweet.
yeah,
Listen,
she
just Samantha's a very sweet
I wouldn't
person,
call her
nice
sweet,
person.
but she's fair and she doesn't go that low.
Believe me, she's a very nice lady, Samantha.
She's not
She's a
very
little
nice
bit
to
too
me.
nice. That's the problem. She's way
Oh.
too nice. That's the
You're
problem.
right. I am. And I've never been called a shit stirrer until recently, and I've been here for 3 years. So it's so crazy all of a sudden when you start speaking out or having a difference of opinion against people that the majority likes, then all of a sudden you become all these things. It's like school. You're fat, you're ugly. Like, what are you
Well,
talking about? I'm just
that's a
one
far
person.
stretch. Calling you a shit star is a
No.
far stretch because when I get screenshots of you in Discord intentionally trying to get Queen to turn against me, I'm gonna call you a shit star.
I already told you that that's ridiculous. And like, do you even hear yourself? How can I get Queen to turn against you?
By trying to feed
Queen's her own
negativity to her. Did
person.
you hear Granny say this? Did you see this? Well, what do you think about that? That's like
Queen
laying
is
it down into somebody's mind.
Queen is her own person. She's
Of course
very
she is.
strong-willed. Nobody's gonna change her mind. In Discord, if what do you think we do in there? We talk about shit on YouTube, but the majority of the stuff I talk about, which I shouldn't, is personal and private. My dad has Parkinson's right now. So
But
I'm
just you
in
don't have to
there.
bring
Are
it
they
up.
telling me that I'm in there and I'm talking and the girls are helping me get all the shit together, like keeping me soluble with what I'm dealing with? You know what I'm saying? That's more what I'm doing in Discord. If I'm
I don't
talking
know
about
what
you, Granny, then other people are talking about you and you become a topic from whatever you said. That's no different from if Laura says something, if Clues says something. We're in a Discord. We talk about the YouTube events just like everybody else. And it doesn't mean that they're all negative either.
yeah,
Sometimes
she
we
does
laugh.
too much.
Does anyone know if it was a regular chat or it's just a random?
Oh, I only a regular chatter. I only get screenshots of the just negative things being said. I'm sorry for what you're going through with your father. I'm
Right.
just pointing out that people that the shit stir comment came up from the comments that you're making.
Well, I mean, the person that sent you screenshots is also a shit star, to be
Oh,
honest
I
with you.
agree. I
Like,
agree.
to
But
be honest with you.
it doesn't feel good to know that a Discord's trashing you, right? You know what I mean?
So why
Welcome
don't
to
you ask
social
them
media.
to send me nice comments? Say, hey, why don't you send me, because there are nice comments about you in our Discord. Maybe
I've
they
seen
should
those
throw
too.
one of those in every now and then.
They have. I haven't seen any from you, but I've received nice comments too. I tell people not to send me anything because what I don't know isn't my business. But
So
every
they
now and
didn't,
then there's somebody that is a shit stirrer that says, "Hey, did you see this? Did you see that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I did."
so after I came on your panel the last time, I wrote a whole thing in Discord how I thought our conversation was lovely. But they
Thank
didn't send
you
you
for
that?
that. No, because I told them not to send me shit no more.
Well, they sent you all the negative stuff.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
right. That
Like,
is the problem. Absolutely.
I mean, like, that's why I tell people with me, it's like someone says, "Oh, someone made a video on you." I'm like, it's negative. I'm like, okay, don't send it to me. I don't give a fuck. That's how I usually act. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, a lot of people who want to send it to you will want to shit stir. I'm sure Laura goes through that. I'm sure Laura goes through that. I'm sure everyone else goes through that. And usually I just ignore the shit. That's my opinion, personally. But anywho, I'm finally not a rat though on Heartless. That's good. I'm a lion now. Did you like your avatar, Granny?
No,
You didn't like the cat?
I mean the cat's cute, but
But what?
it was a little grumpy.
I think it was a perfect representation, I think.
No, I know. I was perfectly being that way that day. It was perfect.
Samantha, I also believe and see it firsthand that a lot of my haters have gotten very comfortable being able to go into Brittany and just lie, and Brittany repeats it without question, without proof or anything. And I also think that stuff is coming from there, and they're just getting very comfortable doing that and just spreading tons of rumors, and that's carrying over to other places. That I don't doubt for one
But
second.
you know what? 5 years ago, your workstation was messy. You're in trouble now.
5 years
sorry.
ago, what?
Your workstation was messy. I can't get. We're gonna have to review that.
Oh, my
5 years.
candles?
Yeah, your candle workstation was disgusting.
Art
Unbelievable.
is messy. It's
Okay,
messy. It just
crazy.
is.
And what were you doing with those candle designs? Crazy.
No, I
I
was
couldn't believe that
remodeling then.
that comparison, roaches and squalor and all of that to like wax and then working environments, but who's trying to make money. I couldn't believe the comparison was even taking place. I'm like, this is baffling.
I was like, there's no comparison. I'm
And-
like, okay. Like,
And the thing is, when she showed my kitchen, I took that picture because I was like, guys, look at this fucking mess that I just made trying to make this thing. And I had, and I took a picture of it. She's trying to act like that was my kitchen. Like you see
then,
wax
like,
everywhere. It was
the
like
lock
I
on the
wrote
fridge,
it.
like the lock on the fridge. She wouldn't give him an up. I'm like, the kid's grown and he looks pretty fucking big to me.
Yeah,
So
he-
I think he ate a lot of food lately. I mean, not fat, you know what I mean, like healthy, but
he's a
like
big boy.
I mean, like it's just like crazy shit. This
But-
happened 10 years ago. This happened 5 years. Okay,
Yep.
okay.
Right. And it's like the whole like, oh, well, Laura's saying this about Brittany, but what about this, and this? But then saying that the things that are being said about Brittany are vile, but you're saying the same things about Laura.
Yep.
That's where it makes no damn sense.
That's the crazy thing. It's like, okay, can you eat like I get it. Laura says some crazy stuff. Can you just grab recent scenarios? Can we not like go back into DeLorean and go back to fucking 2017?
I know. Did you hear the stupid shit she said when I said, okay, tell me what I've done the last 5 years, 4 years? She came up with like the dumbest thing. Like I don't even remember what it was, but it was so dumb. Like
The only thing I would hold against you is the CPS. That's pretty much it. Everything else is kind of like I don't really give a fuck about. That's pretty much it. That's it. But at the end of the day, I'm not makeup. It is what it is. People have confronted you about it. It is what it is. Whatever. But I know I'm just a little annoyed with fucking makeup because she's in the chat cheering on people's attempted doxes and fucking people, foying people. And I'm like, okay, so you're pissed off when your family gets fucked with. But when anyone else's family gets fucked with, you're cheering it on.
Right. And I didn't see anybody make a big outrage besides, select few over here when Brittany's moderator literally called my son a gay slur and my daughter a literal fucking whore and went into full, discussions about my children. I didn't, you know what I mean? Like, but the whole world has to stop and we have to do whataboutisms and who did it and who said it and play detective over something that doesn't even hurt an infant. And if it's never going to hear it, all because Brittany wants to make herself a fucking victim. And unfortunately, it got a little bit bigger because of your comments, just Samantha, but I get where you're coming from, not saying anything about that. I'm just saying like, this is how it all happens.
Granny, do you remember, because I don't even know if like your chat realizes I've watched you for, quite a while. I was in your chat every morning and you read my comments, which I always appreciated. But we never had any problems. You said that you wished people never started covering BJ. And I stand on this. I feel that that's what changed the community because she is so low. She will talk about your kids. She will use her own children as a shield. She constantly lies that's how we got where we are, how we went so low and we used to not do back. What was done.
I disagree with you. Everything's changed when a certain FOIA started FOIAing people just to get back up another YouTuber. And thought it was, and everyone gave her a pass.
Wait, I'm sorry. Where were you even going with that, just Samantha? I kind of missed it.
Remember, I just woke up and I do ramble. I felt the community changed when the coverage started on Brittany because she has no morals. She will use her children as shield.
I mean, that's a possibility, but the community started covering Brittany because of the shit Brittany did to the community. What she did calling Queen a child abuser, what she did with Clue's daughter's trauma. You know what I mean? Like they didn't start because of me, which is the running narrative that was because of Rico, and that's not true. She has personally gone low on each creator that has covered her.
Yeah, basically, she didn't like
I'm not saying it started with you. You were the one who you said you wish the community never started to cover her.
But the problem is, it's just Samantha. The reason why people covered her was because she had Seth Rogers on the thing. And
yeah, I don't think I said I wish they I don't recall saying that. I wish she didn't get the coverage that I wished at one point it would have backed off because I was being blamed for all the coverage as I was in active litigation. I think it's good that there's so much awareness against Brittany because of the piece of shit she is. But so what does that have to do with why all of a sudden I'm a demon in your eyes? Or like you started with, I read your comments, which you appreciate, and then you turned to that. And I'm a little confused on where the connection was. Or like what ultimately you're saying about it. I'm not following.
I don't know. I was saying I was in your chat for a year before, I was in your chat every morning and I never had any trouble. I don't think I said you're a demon, if that's what you heard.
I kind of feel like sometimes you do make me out to be like this big horrible person, and I'm not sure where that came from.
I don't think you're a big horrible person.
I appreciate that. Okay, I guess what I'm saying is, all right, so what did I do to upset you that you have this what I feel is like this big, like a grudge against me?
I don't have a grudge against you. I don't know you like that. I was in your chat for a year, and then the way things started to move on YouTube and just how shit evolves, I didn't agree with things that you've done or seen things the way that you've seen it. That's all. This is opposites of opinion.
Oh, okay.
Granny, can
Like, there's no hatred or that's so wild to me. Like, I seen somebody in your chat. Like I said, I thought we had a great conversation when I came on your panel, and somebody said I was fishing for information. I thought, fishing for fucking what? Like, this is crazy to me. And that's what I was saying. Like, I was in your chat every morning. You read a lot of my comments. You always understood what I was saying. Like, I never had no problems with you to get so much anger from your chat. I don't hate you. Like, that's silly to me. I don't agree with things that happen. That's all. I see things differently from you. We're allowed to do that.
So I think you're upset that what my chat says to you, and you say like, oh, it's an echo chamber, it's this and that, but it's really not, because my chat is everybody else's chat too. Like, these chatters go everywhere. And I think you take out on me that the chat, I don't know, like has gone at you or something like that, or they like that one comment you just said, like that stuck out to you, right? Because it bothered you because it's not true to you. And that's how we feel as creators when these type of comments are being made about us. And it's like, well, wait a minute, that's not true either. Like, I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it. I'm sorry you feel how you currently feel.
I think that your chat sometimes treats you like, oh my God, it's Granny. She's going through all these lawsuits. Fair, awful. Don't wish that on you or anybody. I can't imagine, right? But also, I've been with Queen. She went through this, and it's like Queen's this mafia boss, and it's like poor innocent little Granny. Oh my God, don't say that to her. No, like your chat.
You're mad that the chat does that. You're mad that my chat defends me and they don't.
No.
Well, first off, because now you're going to piss me off, right? Yeah, Queen went through a lawsuit with Betty. She sure did. Okay. And many people were there. Many of us weren't friends with Queen at the time to be there. This comparison is unfair to myself and the Queen. I was being sued on the back of a missing child that made national news with Dog the Bounty Hunter involved and 9 other plaintiffs.
You're missing my point.
I am missing your point because this is the shit that you do in Discord that feeds a discourse. What does Queen's lawsuit have to do with my lawsuit? What does my chat and the way they treat me have to do with how people feel about Queen? Nobody in my chat disparages Queen at all.
It's not about that. You're not understanding what I'm saying. You said I'm upset. You said I am upset with your chat. I said your chat protects you like poor innocent, like you're a child. And
everybody's chat does.
Yeah, everyone. I mean, just Samantha, just one moment. Every chat does that. I mean, like Queen's chat, Laura's chat, every chat, Brittany J's chat, every chat protects a content creator because that. And honestly, it's like, yeah, Queen. The Queen's very much like puts up a front sometimes, but she was going through a lot of shit when it comes to that, and there's a lot of people that support her. Granny's going through her own shit. I mean, honestly, I would say it's pretty tough what Granny's going through, and sometimes people just need a little bit of chill. I mean, she's got 4 litigations, maybe 3 or 4. I kind of lost count. Sorry. Got 3 or 4 litigations going on. It's a lot of money. I'm sure she's spending probably $10,000 a month or more. It's probably a lot of money she's got, and she's just stressed out. And I just think, like, people are sympathetic to someone going through it. And there's people that were very sympathetic with Queen. I mean, unfortunately, I think like also I would say like it's kind of an unfair comparison because like Betty, it
extremely
was
unfair.
terrible situation, but like I would say like a lot of people were named in that RICO as well. It was like I was named in it. I was named in like one of the people, the chatters or something like that. There was a bunch of other people. It's kind of like, and also it's like everyone, probably more. I wouldn't be surprised if you paid more money actually, because it's like I don't know how much you pay, but it's probably not in
Too
lot.
much.
Yeah, I don't know how much you pay, but it's not fun. And it's like, and I've talked to Queen and that's why like people don't understand. Like the most biggest nerve you go through is like when you get the bill from the lawyer and you're like, how the fuck are you gonna pay this?
It's not
You
even
know what I
just
mean?
the money. It's the harm. This was on national fucking news. It's
Mhm.
the reputation is my backyard. It's Dog the Bounty Hunter's name, which catches every fucking publication's eyes.
So again, my comment, maybe I said it wrong. Again, I did just
Mhm.
wake up. My sole focus was on your chat. I was in your chat for, again, at least a whole year, every morning. I've always had a difference of opinion. I've never had a problem. Once you have a difference of opinion, I'm allowed to feel that your chat instantly takes it as you're saying something wrong. And I can go
Yeah.
into Laura's and I don't feel that way. I can go into Queen's and I don't feel that way. I go into your chat, and if anybody starts to question something, it's automatically taken wrong, or like we're going to put pressure on you, or like, oh, don't say that. That's how I feel. You don't have to feel that way. I'm okay that y'all don't feel that way. I do.
Samantha, you have to understand though, I've known Jess and her community for years now.
Yeah, they've
She
only been with me for 5 years. I'm sorry,
it's
just Samantha, that your opinion wasn't so highly accepted, but I respectfully disagree because if anybody goes in Queens and questions, they get the same reaction. Keep
there's
doing this comparison between me and Queen, though, you might get what the fuck you want.
there's
How
something
about we
I'm
about
calm
not
down,
comparing
Jill?
you as a person. I'm comparing the chats on YouTube.
but listen, there's something about, and I see it even with Britney's core people, the ones that are still with her. There was something about Natasha's community that they are ride or dies for life. Jess is the only creator I have seen who still has the same exact mods that she had when I met her 5 years ago. Literally has the exact same mods. None of us can say that. And I don't mean one or two, I'm talking all of them. And to see that they're still with her, she has a very one of the most dedicated not subscribers, most dedicated core people that I've ever seen on YouTube. And I
They've
mean that.
literally been with me for years, but this is what you do in private too, just Samantha. So I'm glad you're doing it publicly so people can understand my frustration with you. I'm not Queen, Queen's not me. My chat's not Queen's, her chat's not mine. We all operate and we all do things differently. I don't like where you keep doing this comparison between us because I do feel like you are trying to create a divide based off your comments I've seen, all of that. I can guarantee there are people in this chat that if they that have said differently in Queens and have also been jumped on by Queen's longtime supporters as well. Because we have our close group. We have people that have been with us for years. And of course, they immediately get defensive. I have never seen a time other than right now where this chat may be extra difficult with you. And it's because of the context of what's taking place.
Granny, I don't know how many times I can tell you, I'm not comparing you and Queen. I just said I can go into Laura's chat. Well, do I need to say the Soups chat?
Well, the
Jones
first
and
thing you did was you brought up that I'm going through a lawsuit, which, mind you, again, is 4 of them, and you compared it to the lawsuit Queen went through. Where's the comparison for you? Can you elaborate for me?
that's the only comparison where I said that you're treated as like somebody fragile, which I don't think you are. I think you're a strong woman in your own right.
Well, okay. And I never asked the chat to treat me as fragile, but they understand that, yeah, it's a lot of fucking pressure. There's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah.
I was accused of having blood on my hands on national news if this child wasn't found.
I get it. I'm not taking any of that away from you. It's awful.
But okay, so because the chat can understand or they can pity me or because they've been with me through the ups and downs or this or that, you feel you're literally repeating what nonsense says, which is cool because she was somebody that did it too. But now all of a sudden it's coddling me and I'm babyfied and I'm all these things in between. Should my chat start cursing me out?
But Samantha, you also have to remember Brittany, the fighting with Brittany is, when I say new to all of us, I'm going to say 2 years old. Okay. But with Jess and her core audience, they've been fighting with Brittany longer than I've even been around. Like, so their fighting with each other is not quote unquote new. It's not, goes way back to like 2020, if not before that, I don't know. So I think people forget that too, that, someone like, I don't know, Megan, she's been around long enough that, yeah, she's going to have Jess's back tenfold because this isn't new to her. This goes way back to the beginning of when her and Brittany started fighting. And I think that's where people forget. Of course, her people are gonna have her back tenfold. They've been dealing with this shit with Brittany for 5-6 years already. It's
Yeah.
not just a new lawsuit or something new.
I have an example. So when I came on your panel, Jamie, would you agree? I thought we had a great conversation. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when I came into your chat, and I get it, you didn't know what Truth was saying in that whole situation, and I was trying to explain, and you were reading the comments, and we're going back and forth in your chats, tearing me apart. Right? This is what I'm talking about. When I'm just trying to be clear, I'm not being an asshole. I'm being completely respectful, trying to explain why I have these questions, and then they were saying, "Throw her out of here, get her out of here," right? Just being assholes. And you dropped the link. And what happened? I came on panel and we had a great conversation, and I really enjoyed that. That's actually why I'm listening to you this morning. I'm like, hey, I talked to her. It went well. I'm gonna put you on. And if that, I could have left. We might have never had that conversation because I'm like, well, fuck this. But no, I stayed because I knew you would understand what I was trying to say at some point. So I hung it out, And I'm
So
glad.
basically,
I'm glad I did.
Your problem with me is the way the chat treats you, but
that's the chat.
That's the chat. I'm not like, I can tell them all like, hey, when somebody's on panel, be a little kinder, be a little nicer. But they have seen the comments you have made against Truth and Clue, and people like, and they get, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and
there's
also
times I'm on panel and the chat's going at me. That happens.
Yeah, I'll give you an
too.
example. When we were cool with Jay used to get fucking mad at Queen because the chat just didn't like what she was saying. And we're like, listen, we can't control the chat. The chat, just like you didn't, like, for instance, when you were in, people were questioning someone that's on the panel, you know what I mean? It's just how it is. You can't control the chat.
There's been times I've been on Queen's panel and the chat's fucking cutthroat.
Yeah, and there's times I was on your panel, Granny, and it was pretty cutthroat.
That's what I mean. Like, it happens, but like, I am sorry that you're that upset by, and I get it. I'd be upset too. I understand it. I just, for me, it just, I would respectfully ask that you stop this weird like thing of like, when you mention me as Queen or Queen as me, like, there's enough people doing that, and there's no issues between Queen and I.
I mean, we all bear our own crosses. I mean, basically, everyone has their own cross, and it's different for everyone. Queen had to bear her cross, and she still has a bunch of morons that keep on talking about ridiculous sums of money. Apparently, it's $1 million now she raised.
Yeah,
and yeah. I know.
I'm not upset with you though, Granny. Again, and I'm not trying to compare the two. The lawsuit was the quickest thing that popped into my mind. So, but again, I'm not upset with you. I have no ill will toward you. I'm sorry you're going through all that you are. I don't think it's fair at all. And like I said, I enjoyed the conversation that we had.
I think it's not just what you said, is that people say that all the time, that like, oh, people coddle Granny, or they're doing this or they're doing that. And I personally don't understand it. I don't understand what people are saying when they're saying it. Of course, my chat is going to be there for me, just like I'm there for my chat. Like, we've been together. We go through things. That's how communities are. I don't understand this narrative of like, being coddled or this or that. Because most of the time when I'm at like a point where you literally use being coddled or being supported or being told everything's going to be okay, I don't go live. So it's like, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. I either talk too much about the lawsuit or I don't talk enough. I either don't show enough transparency or there's too much transparency. I'm either being coddled or I'm being fucking attacked. Which one is it? And why doesn't the same get said about everybody else? Everybody's channels are there for them. That's what the
Yep.
community is. So why is that always a negative thrown at me? And what should I do? Tell my chat, hey, start cursing me out. My
Yeah, fuck you,
supporters?
Granny. Go
Like,
fuck
I don't
yourself.
get it.
I'm
It's
joking.
like,
I'm
use to
fucking with
insult
you.
me. It's just wild. It's just, I don't get it. I don't
I
get
get
it.
it, man. And it's just like, I think, like, personally, I just feel like there's a little confusion. I don't think it's a fair comparison to compare the two things because they're separate and distinct situations, like Granny and Queen's lawsuit and stuff like that. It's just how it is, man. And and you just can't, and just Samantha, you just can't control the chat. Like you're gonna just, I mean, like for instance, let's say I jumped into like Aiden Kearney's fucking chat and I started saying, Karen Reed is guilty. You don't think like the chat's gonna
Innocent.
fucking, they're gonna say innocent and they're gonna be pissed off at me. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, even if like, let's say Aiden Kearney was like, you know what, B Tim, I love B Tim. He's the greatest. You think people would still be cool with me? Like maybe some would change their opinions. It's just how it is. You're always, if you got the opposite opinions that the majority of people have, you're just gonna have to take the brunt of it. And that's just how it is.
But
Now,
BT, you use that as an example because, like I said, I went on panel and me and Granny had a great conversation. So it was almost like her chat was fighting for her against me when they didn't need to. We weren't fighting ourselves. It was all good.
What they were is they're protecting the fact that they understand that the phone call pertains to a missing child's personal information. Because at that time, 2 phone calls were being mixed up intentionally. She intentionally lied that the 3-hour phone call was about truth when she knew it was about Sebastian. And the only way for me to address that and the questions you had was to delve into that information while in active litigation. That's where the chat was trying to, say, hey, back up, knock it off, because they know what can come from it. Because unfortunately, I'm not just.
Yeah, unfortunately, and everything you say can't be put into a new filing. That will cost your lawyer more money, which happened with Betty, as you've seen in just Samantha. Like literally, she would just file something new if there was one word said about her, and that's what litigious people do all the fucking time.
And that's why I'm being sued again for my phone, because they want what I have.
Yeah, and it's just how it is.
Now,
And it costs money.
I also need to address a comment in chat, and it kind of like summarizes everything I've been trying to say about rumors. A while ago, Sarah Lynn wrote, "B Tim, are you aware that Laura has been Googling your information to try to get your location in New York City? She even told her subs to Google it themselves." Now the context.
I saw the live stream.
Hold on. The context of that is last night, and it's all on my live. And the actual thing that was said was I looked up the name. I do believe that it is a fake name because a lot of people are saying it's not. And I had put out there publicly, I do believe it's fake. And here's why. Because when I Google that name, the only thing I see is this really cute ass psychiatrist. And that's the only one I can find in the whole state of New York. And if that's B Tim, I am making my damn move.
Yeah,
So
I
found
assumed
out
I assumed everyone was going to Google it. That's
he's
that's why.
cute. But
That's why I didn't care. It's a fake name. I assumed that was the first thing motherfuckers do. I don't care.
But that's what I'm saying. And I said, and when I found the guy's voice, it's definitely not beats him, but that's the only one I could find in the whole state of New York. So I do believe he is telling the truth that it's a fake name. So that's
I'm using a
the
voice changer.
context. And I said, and everyone's like, oh, what does he look like? I'm not going to show the guy's picture. Go look it up. So for a chatter to twist that when it's all on my live last night, it just kind of summarizes everything that I'm saying.
Yeah, and I saw that, and I did not care. I did not care at all.
I'm just saying.
I heard you say, if I have it right, since you're on panel, that you and B Tim have a love-hate relationship, and right now it's love.
Yes, I did say that.
Especially when she saw my psychiatrist photo. That's absolutely 100% me, guys.
There you go.
Me.
That's it. Nah, he was really cute.
Listen.
So,
yeah. But yeah, I bet I knew that people were going to do that. I didn't give a fuck. That's why I used the fake name, and that's why it's hilarious that these people who got the lemon screaming, Christopher S. Vermonte. It's like, okay, brother. I like the story of Bear of Christ, Christopher, because I always like that saint, because the reason why is because it goes into a deep philosophical situation where a man, do you know the story of Christopher? the saint?
No, not
Okay.
at all.
It started off with a situation where he first served the most powerful king in all the land, and he found him wanting. He found him too weak. He found him that he wasn't powerful enough, so he served the devil. And eventually, after serving the devil for a little bit of time, a cross dropped in front of the devil. And the devil came up, was scared of the cross. And he asked him, "Why are you scared?" And he told him about Jesus Christ and everything like that. And eventually, he went on a mission to find Jesus. And he goes into a river, by a river. And, he went to a wise man. The wise man said, "Go to this like river and you can find him." And he goes and finds tries to just and the wise man tells him to carry people across the river because you pick them up, carry them across the river. And he did that for a little bit. And eventually, this is the weird part of the story, baby Jesus comes, like a little baby. And he thought it was going to be an easy job to carry him across the river. And when he picked him up, he brought him to the middle, and the baby just kept on getting heavier and heavier and heavier. And he asked him, "Why do you weigh so much?" And he said, the baby answered, "Because I carry the weight of the world." And I always thought that was a very interesting story. One thing I found interesting about that story was that this guy had everything he ever wanted. He had wealth and power. He had basically anything he wanted, but he kept on rejecting it. And it wasn't for just power, because if it was just for power, why would he just carry people across the river? And I always thought that was actually a search for more than material gains. As a man, you always, like, or a woman, you always search for more material gains in life. You want money, you want cash, you want things like that. But eventually, when you get your full of it, you realize it's hollow, it's illusion. And eventually, you look for more spiritualness, and you actually look for an actual fulfillment in what actual reality is. So that's why I always thought it was a very interesting story. And it kind of sums up a lot of people's journey. When you're young, you look for power or money. And then eventually, when you get older, you actually look for, actual reason, like meaning for reality.
Who's the saint that when you're missing something? Isn't there a saint you pray to when you're missing something? Like you can't
Yeah.
find something. Who's
Yeah,
that?
I can't think of it, Laura.
Yeah, Saint Anthony, I think, when you're missing something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Elevated Truth Center, rage quit. Just Samantha, you have no room to talk about how anyone acts with your vile words about me and my father's death. Eat shit, bitch. Oof.
My vile words of saying that I don't believe it and that I think that we needed receipts. And if I got to burn my own feet to the fire on this clubber comment, Laura, which I apologize for, to bring receipts back to the community, I'm willing to do it. So yeah, that's how vile my words are. I don't agree. I think you're a liar. I think you're a bullshitter. It's so vile.
Wait,
Give
you
me a
want proof of how his father died? I agree with proof of who tried to get death certificates, but you want him to have to prove how his father died?
No, proof of the two people that he said pulled the receipts. Exactly what you're saying and everybody else in the community is saying.
But okay, because he said about what you said about his father, and you said, "Yeah, I don't believe you, and I want proof." It sounded like you were saying proof of how his father fucking died, which shouldn't even be like.
No.
Did we hear ourselves? You know
Proof
what I mean?
of the receipt stated multiple times by myself and other people of the people that he's blaming. It's not my business how his father died.
But that's how this all started, because people thought it was their business to dig into if his father even died or not. Right?
See, that's so wild, though. You're saying that you needed to see receipts and then you spread something without receipts. That's fucking weird to me.
No, Laura. He said two YouTubers pulled his father's death certificate, but he wouldn't say who they were. So speculation ran wild. All of names were being thrown around. You want to talk about rumors and character assassination, but he won't say who it is. So
Yeah,
people were saying that they needed a receipt to know that, just say who those two YouTubers were. Put a name on it.
No, but I'm just saying that it's funny that you're so adamant that you want to see the receipts for those two names, but yet then you go around saying, yeah, well, I heard Laura called so-and-so clubby. And you know what I mean? It's just weird how adamant you are on one and then you did the exact same thing to me and Clue. And it's just weird. That's all.
And if
I
you put a
just
name
said-
on it, then people would scream he doxed. There's no win in this, and the fact that this is all stemming to question how a man's father died is just like
I mean,
that's where I'm like, do we
personally,
hear ourselves for fuck's sake?
if someone's looking up my dead relatives, I don't give a fuck if that motherfucker's getting talked. I'm just saying, I don't care.
I
You're
just
going up looking up my dead relatives, your name is going to be known. You go real life on me, I don't give a fuck if I go real life on you. I don't care.
Yeah,
And if
Like,
you're
that's
you
getting
can't win
blamed
on the
for it,
internet.
DT, and yeah, Laura, I'm willing to burn my own feet to the fire for receipts if that's what it takes to bring back them to the community. I'm all for it.
all right, my whole point went over your head, but it's all right. Most people got it.
yeah.
My
But
whole
anyhow,
thing is though, like, listen to what we're saying. Okay, so this all started because somebody heard a story truth told and they thought it was just to go on social media, scroll back 10, 15 fucking years to find a post and then say, hey, because of this post, this is proof he lied about his father's death.
which is
It's
weird.
not fucking proof. That's where it spun off to, oh, now people are allegedly, because I don't know or not, trying to get death certificates. Like, do we hear ourselves entirely?
That's weird.
It's
That's
all
so
weird.
weird.
It's so fucking far. It's unbelievable.
It's like, who cares? I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like first off, like people are like, well, this says he didn't unalive himself. It's like most people don't put on their Facebook post that their parent or whatever killed themselves on
Right.
live.
That's
You
just,
know,
I mean, do we start
it's
questioning everybody who's came on social media and shared a loved one's death? Do we now ask for proof of how the person died or call them liars? I mean, come on.
yeah, that's just crazy. But
And
I
I
mean,
get
like,
the
but
fact
you
that
gotta,
people are being blamed, but look at the actions, like you said earlier. It was easy for you to believe Laura would say that because of the actions she has done in the past. Well, look at the actions these people made recently. It's no wonder people assumed it was them. Do I agree with it? No. But I mean, when you're doing what you're doing, people are going to assume that you did that.
Mhm.
Right.
I'm not even sure why anybody cared how his dad died. And I said
That's
this
just
in the
so
beginning,
weird.
right? Why even look into it? Why? Who cares? Like, if he's lying about it, he's lying about it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't affect YouTube. He's not making money on it. It's something that happened like years ago. So he's not suing anyone. So I don't even understand the point of anybody looking into it.
I think people get lost in the world of YouTube and they think like, okay, I got to dig and I got to dig to prove he's a liar. And it's like maybe certain things you don't want to actually dig, if especially if it's a grave. Maybe you
Right.
should just keep it out there. Like, you don't see me looking up how, you know what I mean? I don't look up how people die or, stuff like that because I just don't give a fuck to
And
look up
Tulsi
that stuff.
Leo, that is so false. You also made a comment earlier that I allowed Clue to trash somebody's deceased son. That's not true either. Secondly, a lot of us prayed for Nana. That's the problem with a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all put names on it because we gave prayers for Nana's husband's loss.
Mhm.
Or you're writing that in the wrong chat.
Okay.
And also, cause of death, and I said this originally, cause of death can be up to personal interpretation. What I mean by that is my son's father ate 2 ounces of methamphetamine and died. Do you think that says it anywhere? His his death certificate says accidental overdose. No, it wasn't accidental. His obituary says, what a loving father and friend and blah, blah, blah. So it's kind of, it's up to personal interpretation.
Right. A lot of
So
people
when
say suddenly
Truth said that
passed.
his dad died, yeah, if Truth found out that, his dad helped, further along his death, then yeah, it kind of was unaliving himself. I don't know if I'm explaining right, but you know what I mean.
It's not even
I don't
something that
think
should
it's a
be
subject I
discussed.
really care to discuss, to be honest with you.
Exactly.
I mean, like his thing is his thing. I don't want to really discuss it, and it's up to him if he wants to. Like, personally, I would go hard at those people if I was in his position, but that's just my opinion.
You're wrong
Well, but I'm
again,
saying,
Tulo, because you said that Tulsi, whatever your name is, you said that it was TM's son. Now you're saying that she sure did called her child a DYKE, and she says she'd rather have a DYKE than a daughter than a son that's dead. That's go and ask somebody for the energy they match, but you're still mixing up two stories. You said
yeah,
TM's son, and which
that was
wasn't
not
true.
TM. No, it was Melissa. She never even mentioned TM. So
Right.
I
that
think
could be
that's
her
I
lie.
think that alt is a little suspicious, but whatever. I don't know who that person is, but
Oh,
maybe
it
they're not an alt.
absolutely is.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it was TM trying to
they're
get
like-
her channel monetized again,
They
not realizing
can take a link if they like, but
not realizing the reason why your channel's not monetized is because you didn't go live enough, and you try to blame everyone else. But whatever. Anyway, we need to
listen at where this community is, right? This conversation starts off because somebody's calling an innocent infant clubby because they have club feet. It rolls into the lawsuits, which should never even be a fucking thing, but here we are, right? And then it rolls into how proof of a death certificate is being requested. Like, do we
Weird.
hear ourselves as a whole that this is where the fuck we're at?
You know, we need a palate. Can I share my screen? We need a palate cleanser. Can we get a palate cleanser? Can we get a palate cleanser? Are you ready for this palate cleanser?
Yes.
Are you happy? Are you happy? Are you happy? Are you happy? Okay, well, we're gonna sing along. Back. Hey, let's get
Tired of clapping by the time you get
to sleep tonight. I'm gonna be loud. We're gonna go to the part.
I'm singing that song. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If
Oh,
you're,
I just
you know,
heard
clap your
reality did that.
if you're happy and you know it, and your life is sure to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. So we should start singing. Go ahead and make fun of us now. At least we're happy and we know it, so we clap our hands. Even
right? See, are you happy now? Are you happy?
Oh my god, I'm happy I'm not her.
Exactly. Amen to that.
Wow.
Amen to that.
They are so juvenile in their thought process is incredible.
Yeah,
I'm surprised they
really
didn't
are.
forget the lyrics.
If you're happy, I kind of forgot the later lyrics, to be honest with you. I was voicing it. I was like, da, 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 you know, like, you know, when you forget the lyrics and someone else knows it and you just pretend to move your mouth, like,
Yeah.
I was like that. I was like, I don't remember these lyrics. I don't know. You're gonna
Sorry,
sue me
little
for that?
horses. That's the other thing. These type of topics hurt a lot of people, man. I just think we need to like reconsider who and what we are and what this place is and what we're participating in. Because this is all so foreign, it's so nasty, and it's so,
Yep.
you know.
I said that last night. I was like, it has gotten so bad around here, and the hatred and the nastiness, and it's a lot.
Read my avatar. Palate cleanser. Read my avatar.
And I apologize again, Laura. I'm sorry if this hurt your feelings, my comment.
It's not a matter of hurting my feelings. It's spreading rumors.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
didn't-
hurting feelings. Hurting
No,
feelings is like, Laura, you're a fucking asshole. Okay, that might hurt my feelings. Not really, but you know what I mean. That's something that hurts feelings. When you spread blatant rumors, that's spreading rumors. It's not hurting feelings.
yeah, I apologize. I get it.
You're
Can
gonna
I
have
ask
to
you
buy
a
some
question?
candles. You're gonna have to buy some candles for your.
Can I ask you a question, just Samantha?
Yeah.
So I agree. If the accusations made that two YouTubers requested a death certificate, I personally believe that the information should be put out there. I agree with that. But if there's also somebody who's digging into 15 years worth of somebody's family social media, don't you think that person should also be put out there? So
Yeah,
why is it demanded
totally.
of one but not the other?
No, I think that receipt should be put out as well. And I think it's all awful. I've said 6 months ago, what does this community become? Like, we're officially, boy, it's disgusting. But I also am like a strong believer that people think that, oh, this is so horrible, and get outraged for one person, but somebody else can do it. And I'm not just talking about Clue before anybody jumps to that conclusion, that like it's all about who you like. One is good for one and not good for the other.
But it's the same thing across the board. It's everywhere you go. Like you even having to say, and I'm not talking about Clue because you often are, which is another reason a lot of the chat doesn't like you. It's not just because of me, but you know, even saying like, well, if Clue said that, it'd be funny, but Laura says it'd be outrage. And I don't see you calling out these other people the way you are calling out Truth or Clue. I don't see you saying, hey, why don't you put out who's digging into people's families? I don't see that being said.
But she is right to a point, because there have been things that I've said a couple of years ago that Clue would say now, and people laugh, and they're still clutching their pearls from it. So I understand what she's saying. I mean, not
Well,
everything, but just certain things.
well,
I
I
do.
disagree because Clue gets a whole lot of hate. You have the same obsessed people for the
True.
past few years. Clue has it on a much bigger platform. So who would be
That's
calling
true.
you out? Like the same, there are people calling Clue out every single day.
No, you're right. That is true.
Like she's not getting away with shit. There's people
Yeah.
every single day that are calling her out.
Well, they're calling her out. Let's be real. They're calling her out because they like the numbers. That's pretty much it.
Right.
That's not
Well,
that's let's be 100 here.
that's
That's
why
the
they do
reason.
it.
That's why they do it, because they see someone with like 1,100, 1,200 people on Kick, and they say, "Ooh, can I get those people to come over here?" And that's usually the reason. And they're jealous. You know what I mean? So that's the situation. That's the reason why like people are not really calling out. No offense, Laura, but if you had like fucking 12 to like 1,500 people in your chat, you probably get a whole lot new group of people calling you out to try to get views from you. No
Yeah,
offense,
can
Laura.
I mean, that is true. Can we get back to the question I asked? Why aren't you asking them the same thing, just Samantha? Why aren't you demanding proof from them?
I have said in Queen's chat that the proof should be shown. And I think it's wrong to begin with. Nobody should be digging into his father, and nobody should be going real life on anything, family trees, all that shit.
But what good is it if they say it in Queen's chat? Why aren't you saying it when you're sitting in nonsense chat, the person who did it?
I'm not in her chat anymore, sitting there.
Oh, okay.
Should I run over and tell her? Make people feel better? I mean, it's just me.
No, but
No.
I think what she's saying, and I think general consensus is,
I mean,
if
no
myself
disrespect, you're
or
not that special,
Clue,
so shimmer down a bit.
if me or Clue turned around and said we need death certificates and we're looking this up and we're looking that up, the entire community would be in an outrage. Nonsense would be making 10-hour videos on it. But because it was Nonsense that said it, nobody's really saying much. And I think that's what Jess is saying.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of crazy that Caller RC disagreed with her once, and she made a 10-hour video on Caller RC, which was crazy to me, actually. I sat there, I was like, wait a minute, huh? He made like a 6-minute clip, 10 hours. I was like, oh my God, nonsense.
Everybody is worrying about Truth side of it, and if Truth lied, rather than the actual point of it, why are you even talking about a death certificate? Like,
Right.
why is it even an issue to begin with? You shouldn't
Like-
even be talking about it.
Like if someone's digging into your Facebook for 15 years ago and they're just going in, they're asking, they're looking up your dead dad and all that information, and they bring it to the platform on YouTube as a gotcha moment, there's something wrong with that person. That's just my opinion. That's a little fucking, that's weird. That's not like, you're disproving someone of misinformation on a true crime case, or you're trying to like make a clip of what they said or something like that. That's like really invasive shit. That is really fucking wrong. And honestly, you're kind of putting you're probably putting on the victim to prove, more evidence than the person that's actually perpetrating. At the end of the day, like, I don't see what the issue is with like people demand, oh, well, Truth needs to put his name. I mean, I would if I was him, but he decided not to. Personally, I would love for him to put the fucking information out. But at the end of the day, the person that's in the wrong in that is Nonsense. She should not have done that. And she never took accountability on stating that maybe I went a little bit too far on this person because I just didn't like him and I dislike him. And that's the problem. Same thing with Jay. Same thing. She didn't like Truth. She went too far. She's never acknowledged that. She never said to herself, I'm making an alt and doing this and doing that was a little bit too far of fucking Truth. And doing that shit was just fucked up. And none of these people want to take accountability and just move the fuck on. They just want to blame everyone else, or they put the fucking bar higher and higher. And that's just my opinion on it.
Yeah, the goalpost gets moved.
It gets moved higher and higher. And at the end of the day, I just don't, if Jay came back and said, yeah, I went a little bit too far on Truth and I fucked up and all this stuff, and actually did that immediately, then I think a lot of people would have probably accepted Jay back and probably been cool with her. Same thing with Nonsense. If Nonsense came and said, you know what, I fucking just got tunnel vision on Truth, and I was looking up, I was being told by fucking Erdy that it was a good idea to do this, and I was sent this email, then people would have fucking, be a little bit more accepting of the situation. But at the end of the day, when you basically say everyone else is crazy and you're perfectly fine, then that's when people get pissed off. I know you wouldn't accept Jay back because you know her fucking history, but I'm saying some people would. You know what I mean? Some people would probably say, hey, I mean, maybe Granny would probably
I
accept her back.
disagree, actually. I completely disagree. I feel like the
All right.
damage is done there.
Which what? Which part?
with like all of it because it's all gone so fucking far. You know what I mean? Like it's
Well,
the at the
that's
end of
why
the
I use
day,
some.
yeah,
I
it's
said
just
some.
crazy. This weapon, I mean, ultimately, what's being weaponized here is information pertaining to a missing child, and it's
Well,
deplorable.
it's doxing information being weaponized. It's like we're looking up your family. I mean, it's bad enough they're looking up hotels where the guy's staying at when he's just basically doing his own thing with his wife. They want to look up his wife. They want to know who his wife is. And it's like his wife's not online. So why the fuck are you even looking up his wife's information? Why do you even care? I mean, like, really, a lot of this stuff is like, just review truth for what he says online and just whatever. But you people go way too hard on this person because you just don't like what he says. I just don't agree with that. I think you should just fucking just keep it to whatever he says online. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it is. I think a lot of people don't like truth and they think it's okay. And it happens with BJ. There's some people that go way too far on her, like that Rackin person. That was not a good idea to fucking pull up FOIA on that thing. And you
Well,
know what I
she's a
mean?
mod now, so
Yeah, she's a mod now. She's forgiven as long as she gave a couple of super chats.
yeah, it's not defamatory because he didn't insinuate or put a name on it. He didn't do that, so it's not defamation. But that's part of the problem too. Yeah, it's not illegal to dig in somebody's Facebook, and it's not illegal to tell people, I'm not going to give out names. All of it's not illegal, but are we talking about? I mean, this is YouTube.
I think it needs to go back to what B Tim is stating, and like BJ is a perfect example. She goes live every night. She gives more than enough to review what is said on the platform. It's all this other craziness of going off the platform into real lives that's like gone too far.
Yeah, I mean, but the problem is also she puts way too much on fucking line, like the baby. I don't know why she keeps on putting the baby on there. She tells information about the baby. I mean, I know why she does it because she's using the baby as a shield. And I try to skip out on that part, but that's basically it. She doesn't really care. She's like the opposite of most mothers where they protect their children. She puts the child in front of them. Like if there's an angry grizzly bear, the baby goes front while she runs. That's just my opinion.
And
So,
when it came to people digging in her family tree or driving past her house or making insinuations, a lot of people spoke up against that.
yeah. But some people go too far, and sometimes people decide to like afterwards. So after they go through it, they're like, "Oh yeah, we went too far on that one. We fucked up." That's simple as that. But yeah. All right. So are you and
It's
just
the
Samantha?
it's the whataboutisms that drive me crazy. Like this, well, what about so and so did this, and what about so and so did that? Well, what about yeah, you know what I mean? Like, what about it? What then go call it out? You're calling it out yourself. You want everybody wants everybody to stand up and call out everything while they call out selective things themselves. We're not the voice for everybody. I don't have to take a grandstand and stand up for anything or anyone unless my heart calls me to do so. I don't get it.
I mean, Laura pointed out perfectly last night when she said, "Oh, okay, so we're the same people that think Queen scammed or you're scamming shit for money because you're getting all this money are the same people that think 3 cease and desists that were made by the mods cost actual $10,000."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what I said was all these people in Brittany's chat that are running around saying how you're scamming and Queen Bee scamming are the same people that funded a lawsuit for $10,000 for
Plus,
3 C&Ds.
right, and actually got scammed. Right.
Yeah,
And
but
it probably was more than $10,000. Let's be real. She got
well,
more.
I'm saying she claims that it was $10,000 and that she gave it all to what's his name and
Rancher.
yeah, Rancher for 3 stupid C&Ds. If you look at your file, you have so many docket entries that costs money. Queen Bee has tons of docket entries
My
that
bill,
costs money.
my bills up until all their latest filings of this year, my attorney bills are on the docket. If people are that fucking curious, they can
Yeah.
pull it and see it.
Yep.
My bills aren't hidden. The only thing that's not there is from January onward, from the day he sent those in to onward, and 3 fucking lawsuits. I mean, yeah, but I bought an RV, but at the same time, I had mental breakdowns on the phone. So which one is it? Am I living a best life or a bad life? It's just, I don't fucking understand it.
But the same people like War Eagle are sitting there bitching when you gave this girl 10 grand to do 3 stupid C&Ds, like 3 dumb C&Ds. The guy didn't even answer anything, and Brittany didn't rob you. Like, how is that okay? And now you're sitting here complaining that this one's robbing them and that one's robbing them, and they're scamming, and Queen Bee made 300, $750,000. Like, give me a break. People are morons. It's wild.
Yeah.
And the only one scamming is Brittany.
Yeah,
Where's
literally
Where's
scamming.
all the baby gifts? I guarantee she got rid of them. Her new computer, I guarantee it's gone already.
Well, how
why
about
there's
people
so
be
many
more
problems.
angry? How about people be more angry at the two pieces of shit that filed several frivolous lawsuits, Betty and Brittany,
Yeah. Why did
and put your
hey,
focus there? Because without them two, we wouldn't need lawyer bills anyhow. We wouldn't
you know,
need give send goes or any of that.
it's like blaming the victim for the crime. It's like there
Right.
wouldn't be a fucking lawsuit if these people didn't frivolously sue people and lie in their filings. They lied. Betty lied in her filings. It's just a fact. She said she
Yeah.
never had sex with Dolly. She admitted that she had sex with Dolly.
She lied in the filing with me too. That's what they do.
She'd even watch the videos that she was filing about suing for. She didn't watch them until the deposition. 2.5 years later. And unfortunately, same thing with Granny. All that shit's lies. Every single one of them are fucking
I wish
lies.
Queen would have followed through with the countersuit and just fucking sued her into oblivion to teach her a fucking lesson.
The problem is that when you get the bills just kept on, but the thing is that you have to ask more and more money from the community. And unfortunately, it's like you can't really, you know what I mean? What are you going to win with that one? You got a countersue her, you bring her to trial. She was going to kick and drag for another fucking year and a half. And that's just the fact. And you just have to say to yourself, we've proven that she's a fucking liar. We got every single thing dismissed with prejudice. We made her look like a fool. Everyone used to think she was a legal eagle, and now she's a fucking moron. And that's pretty much it. And you're probably going to get your fucking pound of flesh if you want from her. I mean, if you get that going. I mean, in the end of the day, that's pretty much it. But she's a fucking idiot. I mean, Seth Rogers' attorney, I couldn't believe. I was watching Chains. I couldn't believe that he can't practice that lawsuit. He needs pro out for each. I'm like, that's crazy to me. It's like
I'm sure he is though, because I'm sure he knows better than to.
Hey, what happened?
Seth Rogers' lawyer can't. I think he has to get another attorney to basically help him out with the case. He has to do pro hafiche. I think
He's not licensed in that state, so you have to go under the firm of somebody who is licensed in that state, which I'm sure he's already worked out because he knows what he's doing. He's a decent lawyer, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the problem is that's not free. That you can't just go under someone else's license and be like, "Yo, I'm not going to pay you anything." You have to hire that attorney.
Sometimes they do if you have good working, connections.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
So was it nothing more than a publicity stunt?
Seems, I mean, like the problem is a lot of the stuff he does is publicity stunts. I think it's a publicity stunt. He has to get a local attorney that is qualified to litigate federal lawsuits.
You can look it up right now, Erica. Look it up right now and see what I'm doing with it. If you think this community could afford to pay for 3-4 litigations, you're insane.
Yeah, I think like a lot of people
right now.
Like a lot of people don't realize you're probably digging into your own pockets paying for it.
Absolutely, I am.
The same thing with Queen. The same thing with anyone else that's pretty much in litigation. For instance, BJ Investigates. She raised like $150,000. You know what her total bill was? $350,000 by Lima. Same thing with CoffeeZilla. He probably got a lot of money, but do you think he didn't dig into his own pockets to pay for it? Yeah, it's just unfortunate. And people sit here and they have no clue about litigation, the stress of like raising cash for litigation, and the fact that you have to ask people for money where you feel like, oh my God. And then you got some bumbling morons out there who never been in a litigation in their lives talking about, well, I don't think it costs this much. I don't think this costs that much. You got a lady that
lives it cost Brittany $10,000 for 3 C&Ds.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll work up with that theory. Let's count all the fucking filings for every single person. I mean, literally, your side literally hired the expert that wrote the legislation for an anti-slap to make a speech there. I mean, this stuff costs money, and people sit here and they don't understand. Barbecue, it cost her a lot of money. It cost you a lot of money. And the people sit here and they don't want to blame. And the thing is a lot of victim blaming. We didn't sue. You didn't sue fucking like all these people. Queen didn't sue Betty. Okay. Queen didn't initiate a lawsuit to sue for, the comments about selling drugs to kids. She didn't initiate. She just added that as a countersuit. Yeah. You know what? And it also worked. because it made her fucking get a fire under her ass and realize, oh fuck, I can't take this. Maybe if that countersuit wasn't there, she might have been like, okay, let's take it to trial. Did you ever think about that, people? You know?
Well, all they think about is money. They don't think about any of the other parts of it, and it's quite tiresome, to be honest. I mean, yeah, the money part of it is infuriating. It sucks. It's a lot. It costs a lot. It's all of that. But there's also a mental strain on it.
Yeah.
And these people just think, and that's why I think a lot of people think, oh, well, like Brittany, oh, if I get sued, I'll make a lot of money and da da da. So I'm either making a lot of money and I'm driving off in an RV, living a great life, or I'm paying monthly on a $26,000 bill, or I still have upcoming bills because I'm sued again. Which one is it? Am I living this high fucking financial life where I'm just living on a yacht, or am I fucking drowning in fucking lawyer bills? And again, none of these were my own fault. None of these did I deserve. None of this did I ask for. Every other creator could be sued by the same fucking format, by the same fucking people. I didn't go out and seek this. I didn't deserve it. It's not because I didn't shut up. It was all fantasy. The judge deemed it all frivolous. They had to prove their claims and they couldn't because it was all made up. Yeah, you people keep acting like it's okay. Instead of it's like blaming the poor for being poor while celebrating the rich. It's stupid. I didn't cause this. I didn't do this. I didn't ask for it. I don't want money going towards it. None of this was anything. But instead of being mad at the people who did initiate it, instead of questioning them on why they would waste this much money, why they even did what they did, you all point your fingers and act like we're the bad guys for being fucking sued. Because in your worlds, we could have just shut up. But you don't read the document. You don't read what the fuck they filed, or you would see nothing they filed was even correct. None of it was factual. It was all fantasy. They couldn't prove a single thing of it. Julie Valente sued me on behalf of her mother. You know what the shit on behalf of her mother was for? The shit Brittany Jackson said. Make that make sense.
Pinky's up, by the way. Pinky's up.
But the thing I think people don't give you or Queen Bee enough credit for, not every dollar that you make needs to go to a lawsuit. Like that's what they're trying to do, and that's not right.
Your super chat.
I'm throwing a random number out there. Let's say you made $10,000 a month. Okay, so 3,000 of that is going to go to the lawsuit, and the other 7,000 is going to go to the RV, and there is not a fucking thing wrong with that. And I don't know why people think that every dollar you make has to go to the lawsuit. No, it
you mean like the super chats and stuff like that?
Yeah,
like on the
my son shouldn't be allowed to go to a concert for his birthday.
I know your
My
son
kid's
should
gonna
suffer.
Get birthday gifts and
And
your son should suffer while BJ's kids get multiple Christmas presents because she decided to sue you.
Exactly, and I've never changed that. I've always said that, you know, if Queen Bee made all this money, great, more power to. I'll know where to go ask for a loan, you know, like, you know, joking. But everyone is like freaking out. Like every single dollar that they make has to go to the lawsuit. And that's just not true.
Yeah. It's basically, it's whatever. If it's like earmarked PayPal, that goes to lawsuit. That all goes to lawsuit. If someone makes super chats and cash apps on their show, that goes to the content creator.
Exactly.
And that's how it goes. And people counting every single dollar this person has ever made on YouTube is fucking crazy. If I donate $5 to Granny on this channel right now, that goes to Granny's pocket. She could decide what the fuck she can do with it. She could buy ice cream or put it towards a fucking legal bill. That's her money. She's not, you know what I mean? That's what people don't understand. You got people in fucking little discords that doing little calculations with fucking bullshit, not understanding of things at all. Like they just don't understand the whole situation. And they make up these figures that are ridiculous, like $750,000, $1 million, $500,000. It's like, okay, so who do you think is giving that money?
That's the whole purpose of what the anti-slap was. It was to prove that this was brought frivolously to waste people's money and to make people broke. And the fact that people cheer that on because you don't like me, or, oh my God, Granny has 2 gifts and goes for 2 fucking lawsuits, or, you know, it's just, there's always these reasons to try to put somebody down to make it that they can't afford it, so that they can't afford to fight back, so that whatever. And it's like, but think about what you're saying. Why is it okay that people can just sue people like this? And you guys even consider the idea that it could have all just ended if I would have just shut up. Really? It was already on a docket. I was never sent a C&D. I was never given a chance to just shut up. I woke up one day to this being read out. And then I was told there was going to be a press conference on the court steps where my whole entire family lives. with Dog the Bounty Hunter doing one-on-one interviews with the news. You people can sit here and act like it's no big deal and it all comes down to money. I wouldn't care if I made $100,000 that went straight into my bank account off of this. It wouldn't be worth it.
I'm going to take one of my pinky fingers and remove the tear from your eye.
Yeah, Blue Bonnet brought up a really good point. It was what the C&Ds they got were pay me $500 and shut up.
No, it was more than that. Actually, it was pay me $500 and pay for attorney's fees for about 6-7 plaintiffs, which could add up to like $20,000-$30,000 easy.
I never received that. I never got any of that because up until the date that Brittany contacted them, I wasn't on the radar. I never got a C&D. I never got an offer to settle. I never got any of that. I got woken up one morning to Molly and TM reading out that I'm being sued. So that opportunity was never even presented to me. I don't know why people keep saying that. It was never sent to me. I never got that. I got my name on a docket and 20 days to find a lawyer. That's what the fuck I got.
Yeah, but just like you probably should just maybe take a moment and I'll read your, just take a sec. Okay, Jeff?
Yeah,
okay,
thank you.
Ernie? All righty. Let me see. Got a couple of super chats here. Holy crap. Weaponized public Facebook posts on YouTube can be illegal. It may constitute defamation, copyright infringement, harassment, or doxing, exposing the creator to severe civil lawsuits, permanent YouTube count termination. This is from Akira. Just read them. Give me a second, guys. Michelle says, at the end of the day, this is an app that people can log off of. Log off of from live. They're off from and live their lives. The court BS doesn't end for just some of you are expecting things from people who do not affect your life at all. Wild as fuck. Michelle again with the $5 super chat. Let me just give me a second, Michelle. I'm sorry for being a little slow. Beat him, no, quote, no, give me your other hand. Oh, my other hand. This is my strong enough. You take my little hand. Yeah, from Scary Movie. PJ Vision says, some people will always be mad when others want to help you in your life journey. Jess, you got this. Don't let them see you cry. Then Kimmy Cash says, pray GW and Queen Bee raise far more than attorney fees. Legal fees are only part of the cost. Stress and emotional exhaustion, lost peace, and all they're adored can't be measured in dollars. Some losses can never truly be compensated. Then Hemi, I don't know what that. I know the first one. Give money to Jess because I want to what she does with it. Let me see. I give money to Jess because I want to what she does with it is her business. So yeah, I guess give her money because she can do whatever she wants with the money she wants. Kraken Unleashed is you are one of the strongest women I know. Love. And yeah, that's the super chats. Oh, also Kimmy Cash says, beats him is an amazing man, friend. Thank you. Utmost first. Thank you. But yeah, I just read that. But yeah. Yeah, but that's the thing. A lot of people don't. Oh, no, Tiffany Beast says Granny is eventually going to get most of the attorney fees back, and I hope she buys an RV.
I agree.
It's going to be tough because you're going to have to get fucking blood from a stone from some of these people. You know what I mean? Like, look at BJ. She's trying to fucking run around with the interrogatories, which is crazy to me. But yeah, some of these people are going to be rocked from a stone. But yeah, it's going to take a little time. It's not going to be like that. But that's the fun part for the lawyer.
I said the same thing, that I want her to get an RV. Everyone's like, oh, Laura thinks she's going to really get an RV. I do want her to get an RV, and I told her that. If she goes to the beach a lot, she should get an RV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not trying to minimize it. I try to like make someone laugh because the thing is, these motherfuckers want you to cry on here so that they can just clip you and fuck with you in your head. And that's what I told Queen in the background. There's a lot of people that wanted her to fucking cry and fuck with her life. And I was like, I just told her, like, you got to keep strong because a lot of people just want to see you fucking fail so they can make videos on you and fucking just dance on your fucking grave, basically. So it's just unfortunate, but it is what it is. Love to Granite, respect to BTM, can you support? Thank you, librarian, Peach librarian. But yeah, I mean, like, it's the thing is, like, I think it's more of a punishment. Like, these people definitely need to be punished for what they do, and they're just really disgusting for what they do. I mean, you got Betty that lost miserably in her last lawsuit, didn't learn her lesson, and joined in another one right out while in the middle of with Queen's litigation, and then decides to bring her own litigation. And these people just don't learn their lesson, and they just need to be fucking beat in court every single time. It's like, I always like, people say like, what's the point of continuously fighting these people? It's like, what do they say? Evil triumphs when good men do nothing. It's not like you just fight once. You got to fight multiple times because evil never stops. That's how it goes. Or assholes never stops. I don't know. Is Just Samantha still up here? Or is she just like, everything okay with you? Just
No,
Samantha?
Yeah, I mean,
You're good.
sorry.
All right, Just Samantha. Are you ready to sing the song with me? Happy.
No, I guess I feel bad. I was sleepy when I came up on panel, and I think that I didn't quite explain a couple things the way maybe
Yeah.
I wanted to, but it's okay. It is what it is.
It is what it is, man. And you know what? Sometimes we don't explain it correctly, or sometimes we just need to, like, understand situations. And at the end of the day, you're like, I mean, everyone gets things mixed up and stuff like that. And as long as you talk and just, communicate, and it's all good, Just Samantha. It's all good.
That's what I think the community is lacking. Instead of people like automatically thinking something's nefarious or going straight to 100, hey, just relax a little bit and like talk about it, And
But you're gonna have to do the chicken dance for this. Are you ready for doing the chicken dance?
No, I don't know the chicken dance.
Well, you're gonna have to Google it and learn to do the chicken dance and live stream it for us. That's your apology.
The Roach and Gangster's Paradise. You need to finish that song.
Oh my God, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. Just don't, I mean, I think like, we all just make mistakes and just have a convo about it. It's all that is. Oh, by the way, Laura, what did you think of fucking the Lemons meltdown? Wow.
Oh my God. So ridiculous.
I don't call the cops. 10 minutes later, I'm calling the cops.
Like I said last night, though, he just repeats the same things over and over. Like, dude, come up with new fucking lines already. Like, it's just the same rinse and repeat. And he can't fuck with any guys. It's always females. Like, he's the biggest punk ass bitch I've ever seen.
Bro,
and
he threatens to fight me every day. It's like, listen, there is no mutual combat in my state. I can't really do that. But the problem is like, you don't show your face. So like, you act like you're a tough guy, but you don't even cam up. Like, white boy cams up. White boy challenged you to a fight, and you literally like, I'll fight beat him first. Oh yeah, like any sanctioned fight's gonna allow you to fight two people in a row. Okay.
Yeah, but at the same time, he doesn't know if you're a bodybuilder. He has no idea what you look like.
I know, it's like that's going to be the fun part of it.
But you can be totally buffed out, and like that other guy that shocked the shit out of me that used to sit on B's panel. Who knew that guy had dreadlocks?
Next.
No.
Oh, wait, about I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, because he had like that voice.
Yeah,
I mean, he kind of had that voice.
No,
he kind of had that California type of voice a little bit.
I would have never known that he looked like that in like 1,000 years.
I remember when Boston Nick challenged him and he didn't say anything. I'm like, yeah, because Boston Nick's like 6'4".
Exactly.
I'm like, I wouldn't challenge that guy. I'd be like, okay, you have a nice day, Boston. You can be cool. He's not, it's funny thing is the bigger the guy is, the nicer they are. Always thinking Boston is like big guy, but he's like got a heart of gold, in my opinion.
No, you're right.
It's always the small ones. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw like that guy and he's actually like, Lemon's actually like 5 foot. And he's like Napoleon. Fuck you, Big Tim.
But that's the other thing. They don't know if you know karate, if you
No,
know
I was actually in
no,
I know Taekwondo. I did international Taekwondo and I won second place and then I won a couple of first place trophies, but this was like 20 years ago, man. But I still train a little bit here and there, but I haven't done that in quite a while. I also, when I was a kid, I used to like, my stepdad used to, as an exercise routine, we used to train boxing once in a while when I was a kid. So, because we used to love that movie, like Bloodsport. It's kind of cool movie. But I always like the first thing they teach you in martial. Yeah, but the first thing they teach you in martial arts is walk away. I mean, because the thing is like, that's the whole point of martial arts. It's a self-defense thing. It's not to just bully and beat up people randomly in the streets. It's not meant for that. And
Thank
also,
you, What the Crock. Sorry.
I'm so
back.
lost after being gone for a week. Will I ever catch up? No, you
Probably
will never
not.
catch up. You will never catch up.
Probably not.
I mean, you will never catch the moment that you missed the live stream where Granny sung "Happy, Happy, Joy, Joy." You missed that live stream. I'm sorry for you.
But that's what I'm saying, though. He doesn't know who you are. He doesn't know, he wants to talk like a big badass. You might be able to take every single person that, you might be able to kill him, and that's why you don't fight. Like people, he's just dumb.
People get really comfortable behind the computer screen. That's for sure.
Also, it's like, okay, let's say we meet in the street and we fight. Okay, and I beat him up. Then he can sue me. And I go to jail.
Yeah.
It's like that's the thing. It's like, what's my win-win situation? Like, I get to fight a drunk in the back alley of a Denny's. I mean, like, and then I go to jail and I get sued by the guy, and then like, that's crazy to me. I just don't. There's no like benefit to it.
Just don't be in the back of Chili's with Betty.
All right, I won't be in the back of the Chili's, but I heard they had a great twofer. A twofer. But yeah, it's like that's the craziest thing. So it's usually like the biggest losers that are trying to, want to fight people in the middle of the streets. And it's funny that like white boy was like sitting there, he's like, I'll fight you. And he's like, I'll fight beat Tim first and I'll fight you. I'm like, brother, you said you wanted to fight him. Then fight white boy. Maybe the reason why you don't want to fight him is because the guy, does not look like he's a pushover. But hey, apparently I got an RV. Fucking ridiculous. Oh, how is the RV, by the way? You having fun in it? It's good. It's fun times in the RV, Granny.
Oh yeah, apparently. Blast.
Is it air conditioned?
Oh, you know it.
Oh my God, it's fantastic.
I might need a few new window units though, and a few new tires.
Shit.
But yeah.
Oh shit. Well, maybe Queen can ride.
What? Is that a rumor? This RV thing?
Yes.
Yeah. Nonsense claimed I bought an RV.
No, I never heard that.
Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I've heard it.
Yeah.
I want one.
I do want one. I mean, it'd be great, but nope. Not yet, folks. Hopefully one day. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be going to the Jersey Shore I've been to for 20 years if I had an RV to transport in.
I don't think anyone would go to the Jersey Shores if they had the choice to.
Right.
Fucking with you.
Although I do love going. Yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, it's a great place.
I think everyone in
Jersey
Jersey would get it out. I'm messing with you. But like you look like, and the thing is, they always make fun of you, like the fact that you sit. I'm like, a lot of the things you do are kind of free. They're not really expensive things. Like,
yeah. What? The fact that, wait, what?
They're not expensive things you do. They're free. Like, they're not like.
Like Granny's always on vacation. First off, all I have to pay is the gas to get there, and it's not far. I'm very fortunate to have a place that we can stay at. The beach is free. The rides cost money, but again, do my kids have to lose out because I've been frivolously sued for fucking
and also
they live a little?
I mean, like sometimes parents put things on credit cards because they're like, you know what, I'll just do it this way and just basically help out.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
My kids have suffered enough. They have suffered through me not being able to get out of bed. They have suffered through me being on the phone with lawyers for hours, having to go to court, the stress of it all. They have suffered enough. If I am fortunate enough to be able, like today, to take my son to see Spider-Man, and in fact, he wants to see it with me, for fuck's sake, I'm going to do it. I don't think the fact that I've been sued means my whole life should stop. And meanwhile, let's all just make sure Brittany and her kids get everything and anything they ever wanted. I mean, this idea is insane.
I imagine how sickening it is that you have to pay lawyers while she sits there and like basically
cries she's the victim
and cries that she's the victim. I'm like, ma'am, you are the one that started the litigation. Just like Betty, like, I'm a victim. No, you're the one that started it. And look what your channel is now, Betty. No one gives a fucking, barely watches it except for the clickbait shit you do. But the same thing.
You can get discounted tickets. There's not every, these kids are just, these people are just crazy if they think like my whole life has to pause and stop because of this. Like I said, it's impacted them enough. I think it's crazy to keep saying otherwise. And I think it's crazy to be like, oh, Granny's on a vacation or Granny's going to a concert or Granny's doing, okay, what the fuck are all of you doing? What are all of you doing?
Well, also your money that you make on YouTube and stuff like that is different than what's being put into the GoFundMe and stuff like the Gift Guns Go and stuff like that.
As helpful as the Give Send Go has been, and it has helped tremendously.
It's the
only reason I was able to retain a lawyer to begin with. It has not covered not one lawsuit, let alone two more. It
Yeah,
has.
it's ridiculous.
People
But,
think that the money's not coming out of my pocket. You're insane.
well, when they 2 years from now, when they say you've made $1 million or $2.5 million, then we'll know.
Well, I love that too. I love the fact that, well, Granny's going to get all this money. And then is she going to give it back? First off, yeah, I would. If people wanted a refund for helping me get through this, I absolutely would. Secondly, do you understand how much you have to chase these people down? I'm not walking out of court the day the gavel comes down with bags of money over my shoulders.
Wait, what? That's not how litigation works?
No, unfortunately not. Nope.
Wait,
Believe it or not.
you mean you actually have to like pursue the money and do
Yeah.
interrogatories and actually force the person to pay you?
And you know what else I love beats him? The fact, well, Dog the Bounty Hunter, he's a celebrity. He has money. Dog the Bounty Hunter has so much debt, and he has lawyers that can and people that help him hide it. It's not like, because I heard Jay say that. Well, why is she going after Brittany, not Dog? First off, I can't go after Dog for a declaratory judgment against Brittany. First off, duh.
Yeah.
Secondly, you don't think my lawyer has a plan of how the fuck he's going to get his money? Of course he does. He's going to make sure they pay every punitive, every fucking attorney fee, everything, because it was frivolous litigation. He doesn't like having to, everybody acts like, oh, the only people I make out is the lawyers. Yeah, they need to be paid for their money, for their job, but he's not a piece of shit like they are. Do you know what I mean? Like, he understands how much this has impacted everybody, and he wants them to have to fucking pay for it. And he's going to chase it down all the way he can. And he has another plan as to how he's going to make sure that me and Barbecue end up whole at the end. So these people think that they have it all figured out, and I don't know, figure out the money.
I mean, they're getting their fantastic. They're getting their fantastic financial advice from Voices. I mean, she's doing
Right.
fantastically. I'm sure she's going to give the accountant to BJ.
And reality.
In reality, in reality, that's
And
it.
War Eagle. You can't forget War Eagle's in
What
that.
happened to
Thank you,
War
Mr.
Eagle?
Blue.
That's the craziest one. Like, she seems to be like somewhat successful in life, but why is she mentally gone?
She's
Like,
not
why-
well. I don't know. She reminds me of Big Bird from Sesame Street. She's not well, but she's an absolute idiot to keep doing what she's doing when it comes to an actual lawyer. And you work for the taxpayers, people. You are paid by the
Well,
taxpayers.
let's not mention that. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
why? She has no problem threatening other people's jobs and
Yeah,
livelihoods.
I
and
get
all of
it.
that.
I
Fuck
get
her.
it. But you know what I mean? I just like,
No, I believe that her position, or what position she had in the past, gives her access to things that the average person doesn't have. And I think she's abusing that. That's my opinion.
well, I don't agree with that. I'm putting that out there just so you know I don't agree with you with that.
Yeah.
Just putting that out
No,
there.
I respect it.
And you're welcome to your opinions, but I'm more, putting that out there because I
Yeah.
wouldn't want that happening to me. So
Yeah, I don't want anything that War Pigeon's doing or saying about me happening, but it is.
Just
It just
remember,
means she's
though,
untouchable.
anybody that thinks that Nick the Hat is reliable, or that I forgot what they're called, at night is reputable, as War Eagle does, I'm sorry, you
You
just
said
are
them wrong.
a moron. Exactly.
I mean,
agree.
there's,
You have screws loose.
I mean, like if she truly wants to help BJ, she can give her $10,000.
Right. And then $200,000 more.
But it's probably gonna be more than that, to be honest with you, at this
Yeah,
point.
it is definitely going to be more than that.
Because Barbecue is Bill and you're Bill. Oh my fucking god! And
Plus
that-
all the spin-off litigations that have come from this, that's all punitive damages against them. You know, there was rules against what they're doing, and
imagine if the judge actually awards you triple damages. That'd be insane.
that would be
like
fantastic. But that only happens when you're accused of RICO federally. Federally comes with triple damages, but I'm pretty sure this latest filing, we're accused of RICO again. So
yeah, I mean, like I think this is like the stupidity of these people.
yeah.
I know that your lawyer has no say in it, but has anyone said why it's taken the judge so long to come back?
Because it's the first anti-slap, so they want to, make their ruling thorough and check it and double check it, and because it might end up in case law, and they all want to make sure it's as thorough as can be, and it sucks. I mean, the ACLU wrote on behalf of us, you know what I mean? Like, but I don't know. That's the only thing we can come up with, is because they want to make it the opinion as thorough as they can, and it is brand new, so they have to like double check. And sometimes I regret
True.
that we even filed slap, to be honest, because we would have won on preliminaries, but whatever. Can't go back now.
And you don't have to answer if you don't want to. I was just with like, if you and Barbecue are co-defendants, and
Mhm.
obviously you know you guys have separate lawyers, but when it comes down to like up the payout or the pay of what you guys are going to ask for, do you have to agree on a
No.
term?
No.
Okay. I was curious how that worked. Thank you.
No, when it comes, her lawyer billing's different than my lawyer billing, and then our punitive requests are different as well. Will be seen differently. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, we're already seen differently in the courts. That's why we have separate representation and all. But yeah, no, it'll be she'll get
So-
her judgment and I'll get my judgment, and then we proceed however we want on behalf of that. Because again, it is if say, and I don't know why anybody thinks I would, but let's say I went after Brittany to pay me all of it, she then has to go after her co-plaintiffs for them to cover their cost of it. So we can go after them individually or go against all of them, which is kind of crazy
For money, or you mean in total?
for the money. So
Oh.
that's why I think a lot of these people were useful idiots, if you will, because obviously Nick's been in plenty of litigation, you know what I mean? Judgments and all. Only a few of them actually have anything worth losing.
See, Tiffany B brings up a really good point, though. If they're an LLC, they would have insurance that should pay you guys, right?
Well, depending their insurance coverage, sure, yeah.
Well,
I mean,
that's
I can't say too much, but yeah.
hmm.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's also, some of you get it. I see some of you writing in the chat. Yeah, I mean, there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way, and we're gonna make sure there's a way.
Yeah, that's true,
Crazy.
Breaking Chains. If they're a legit LLC, but I doubt they are. That's true too.
They do keep changing the company name and all of that. Yeah.
Wow.
Right, no one. It's just crazy. The whole thing sucks. Completely sucks.
Do it. You'll come out better on top.
Yeah.
But I have to laugh at
If they don't all spin off more lawsuits.
when I saw all the questions. I
Yeah.
laughed. I'm like, these are more than my fucking custody fight. I said, I love this man.
Yeah.
These are like the greatest questions ever. He just piled them on.
He
And,
made sure there was no loophole for her to try to jump through.
exactly. I was like, this is awesome. Go Martucci.
Yeah. Sucks. But and it does suck that I'm sorry. I'm sorry that people feel like I get coddled or I get this or I get that, or the chat's too defensive of me. And I get it. Like, I do understand what you were saying to it to an extent, just Samantha, because I even said before, like, sometimes it makes it not the chat, but I've heard people speak as if like, oh, well, she's just so fragile right now, so give her a break. So I get where like people could feel like, oh, well, that's a cop out or whatever. And I'm not requesting people do or say that. I'm truly not. I just think a lot of people understand that when I log off of here, I don't get to just go about my day like none of this exists. Like, it's not just YouTube for me anymore. So when they're saying that, like, yeah, in the big scheme of things, so-and-so saying Granny bought an RV is not really that big of a deal. Because the truth of the matter is I do have to figure out how to pay. Yeah, like there's bigger things going on. I
Well,
think
the
that's what
issue
they're saying.
the issue is it undermines your actual raising of funds, because if people start hearing that you're like thinking that you're scheming and like scamming, or
Right.
like you're taking money, then they're more reluctant to actually give you money, and that's the issue.
Well, it's a good thing that person talks in circles, because I bought an RV, yet I have a $26,000 bill staring at me. So which one is it?
I don't
Did I
know.
live the high life or am I in debt? You know what I mean?
So
What
For
I
t-
think what I think people don't realize about you, Jess, and I mean this, and I didn't know it until very recently. You are the most unpretentious person in this community. You do not, like, when I heard you say that, why would kids have their own computer, and that you were still using your son's computer, I was like, really? She doesn't have her own computer? She doesn't think that she need, like, all my kids had their own phones, computers, like everything when they were very young. So, and you are just the most unpretentious person out there. And I'm like, I did not realize that she was like this for a long time. You don't think of elaborate vacations. You
Nope.
don't think about shopping sprees and spending sprees and like you are just very, very humble. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. I
Oh, I
don't.
appreciate that.
You keep that up, she's gonna buy one of your candles.
But it's true. Like me, like I'll admit I'm pretentious. We know Clue is. I don't know a great QB that much, but I can tell you that Granny is like the exact opposite of me and Clue when it comes to shopping and, being a shopaholic and all this other stuff, where she's not. She really sat there saying that my kid doesn't need his own computer. We only need one computer for the whole house. But I'm like,
Yeah.
what? I'm
Well,
like,
I'm frugal. I'm a single
yeah.
mom at the end of the day, you know what I mean? So I was a young single mom, so I learned to be frugal, but I mean, who doesn't enjoy shopping sprees and all that? I just think there's more important things in life than, you know,
But that's
I
what I'm
don't know.
saying, and I've said this for a while since I figured it out about you. You are so not like, when you go to the Jersey Shore, let's say, you're not, walking around trying to buy everything on the street or giving your kids everything. You'll make sandwiches. You'll be like,
Yeah.
"No, we're gonna bring stuff," or going to the movies. We'll stop at Walmart and pick up candy. That's awesome, and I just don't think people realize that's how you are. So when people think you're spending all this money, no, you're not, because that's
No.
not even your personality. That's not even who you are.
Well,
And I
that's why these people use that against me because and she kind of admitted in her community post. Nonsense knows one thing I hated was asking for help. She knows that. Which is why she immediately went to questioning my Give Send Go and acting like I was doing something fraudulent. Well, then why did you have fundraiser for me if I was being fraudulent? And then thank
Well,
God TPE played that video where you can revisit how I was being very honest about what I was receiving during that fundraiser. And she's the one that told me not to. You know what I
well,
mean? Like,
well,
I
I
don't like
mean,
asking for money. I don't like that money's being spent towards this. I think this money could go towards much greater things, but I didn't ask for any
like
of
an
this to
RV.
happen. Right, like an RV or it could have went towards awareness for missing kids. It is a lot of money, and I agree when people say that it's a waste of money. Yeah, it is, and I didn't ask to waste it, which
Well,
hurt
I
me
mean,
even more.
hate makes you forget a lot of things. When you hate
That's
a
true.
content creator, you just suddenly forget all the good times with them. You just remember the bad times. It's like a divorce,
Right.
you
That is
know?
so true. That is honest to God true. And then unfortunately they know your sore spots, so they know how to hurt you. And they
Yeah,
know
it's like,
exactly what to say to hurt you.
But
yeah,
even if, and I go back to the RV, because even when they were saying, "Oh, she got an RV," I'm like, "Do you guys think she went out and bought $150,000 RV? If she got
Yeah.
an RV, it's probably a few $1,000s that just gets from, hooks up to
Right.
the back of the truck,
Bust it down.
yeah, somewhere to just sleep at night. Like, you guys are crazy. I don't know why you think she's out, living the lap of luxury in a $150,000 RV. Like, give me a break."
Yeah, stupid.
We're gonna switch it up. Forget the RV. We're gonna get you a private jet.
Now that would be great.
See, and I don't even think you would take that. I think
No,
you
it'd
would
be
like
too much.
you would be like, "Nah, I don't want
well, the
that."
maintenance cost is too much for a private jet. You have fuel costs and maintenance costs, and it depends on the private jet you have. It's the
No,
maintenance costs go up.
you know what though? Honest to God's truth, that is the truth because I find there's more experience in driving through the states and seeing
Mhm.
the sights and
I agree.
all of that than there is to fly a jet and get somewhere fancy.
And
I'm not
you
a
might
fancy
reason
person.
you might be wondering, how do I know that? Because I watched this YouTuber that sells private jets.
Oh, really?
There's like a YouTuber, like this guy who just goes in, he picks out the private jets for people. He makes
You
shorts
would.
as well. So,
You would.
and he's like, "Oh, this could be up your business, and you don't have to do this." And it's like, "Oh, okay." It's an interesting show to watch. Like something you'll never purchase in your entire fucking life is a private jet. You just want to watch.
Yeah. Like those house hunting shows and stuff. No,
Yeah,
I think when you've been actually poor, I know a lot of people throw in my face like, "Oh, Granny had child endangerment." Yeah, because I literally was shoplifting with my baby in a stroller to get, you know what I mean? Like it was stupid, but
yeah,
when
but
you
that shit's
actually
like
struggle, you learn.
old.
Right. But my point being, when you've actually experienced what it's like to be poor, to
Yeah.
struggle, to do all of that, you learn to appreciate the things that are free in life. Like, for example, I've told Brittany a million times over, you can go to many local museums for $2. She
Absolutely.
knows that.
Yeah, you actually could go to the Museum of Natural. I mean, like I remember when you can go there for free if you just. It's like a recommended donations, so you can actually just go walk in there as long as you're a New York resident.
Right.
So basically, you could just walk in there. I mean, most people give the recommended amount just there. It's just the extra stuff is like cost money.
But there's also things that we found when my kids were young that it's nationwide museums. It's
Right.
not just we have to be a member of the state. Like there's a whole slew of memberships no matter what state you go to. I forgot what it's called. It's been years, but
Oh.
and
Yeah.
you can go in St.
fa-
Louis, you can go in New York, you can go in Florida, and they're
Nationwide.
all connected. Yeah.
Yeah, the ferry's free. You can jump on the Long Island Ferry and just watch the Statue of Liberty while you go across the river into the water. You know.
Oh, and like there's state parks, right? Like we went to the lake the other day. Yeah, we went to a state park. It costs $10 to rent a canoe for the day. Like that's not breaking the bank. And people are like, "Oh, well, she's at a lake and they're canoe." Like it's dumb shit like that. The
Mhm.
beaches are free. Like there's a lot of, and it's a shame that more people don't get out to know that and make those experiences too, because you only get 18 years and you know. They grow up quick, very fucking quick. And I do have a pool, Mr. Blue. Thank you. Clue, you're not the only one with a pool, bitch. Although I would die for Clue's pool. It really is a rich girl pool. Her pool's so nice. Nonsense has a beautiful pool too. Very nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, but the upkeep of an in-ground pool is a pain in the ass.
Oh, I know it. My elephant pool does me just fine.
You have an elephant pool? What's
You
that?
didn't see my elephant pool, B-Tim?
No, I didn't ever
Now I
see
know
an elephant.
everybody's gonna be like, "Oh my god, Granny's out here buying a pool and having a give and go," but I need to cool off too.
Okay.
I mean, I'll show you if you don't pass too much judgment and act like, I'm just wasting monies now, but
What is it
and
like an elephant pool?
just don't be jealous, but it comes with a sprinkler. There it
Oh,
is. Uh-huh. I'll let you come over and swim now. Just no cannonballs.
yeah.
Yep.
Why
That
did
is
you
what
buy
they
that?
wanted. Because I wanted to cool off. It's hot out here, B10.
Aren't you like embarrassed to be?
No,
in
why
there?
would I be embarrassed? I get in there, I have my lemonade next to me, I got my vape, I'm chilling. There ain't no shame in my motherfucking game. Well, I'm embarrassed by the person walking by sweating.
It's purple. I love it.
And I'll tell you, it was actually 75% off.
There you go.
So boom.
Okay.
I
Wee,
think
are you talking, Wee, or
I
we
think that's
ignoring
a
you?
rich girl pool.
Listen, it's all you need in life, right? You just need
Is
some
Wee
water
up
to
here?
cool you down. Wee is up here, but I don't know if she knows.
We Frosty.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I think a lot of people are jealous of the elephant pool. Listen, I'm not the size of an elephant, so I do fit very comfortably. And I think you should all get one. It's very nice.
Okay.
You put the hose through the nose, Tim, and it becomes a sprinkler. It's very fancy. I feel like I'm
Oh.
at a resort.
Guys, I'm going to need a drink of water. I'm going to go into my car and drive down the road into a ditch to get my drink of water, guys. Okay.
Yeah, what the hell is up with that?
That was weird. I mean, was that like, and you know how Candace Wells went to the end of the road? It reminds me of like one of those.
Like, she's like, I got to get a drink. I'm really thirsty. And she just drives down the road into a ditch.
Like, does she have a cooler sitting in her car? Is it hooked up to it? Like, what the hell is up with that?
Is she hiding things from the next CPS visit?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I feel suddenly nauseous, and then she suddenly doesn't feel nauseous when she goes into the car and drives down the road into a ditch. That seems a little odd to me, but I don't know. That was odd. And then she's like, I have working water," and she's like washing her hands in the bathroom. Like, why did you not use the sink in the kitchen?
And I never said she doesn't have working water, so she's a liar for that. But Lottie says, don't forget, she's a ditch pig.
I don't
You're a
think
ditch pig, and you
I
don't
don't
mean well.
I don't think she has it in her kitchen because when she talks, you hear the echo that sounds like a bathroom.
Mm. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised either way. She don't look like she touches water very much, so you know. I am not ignoring you guys on Kick. I see yous. I see you. Thank you, Snowflake, for the hell yeah and Saudi mamas. I just read out Lottie's, and then just Booberry said, Jess, you're an amazing person. I'll never forget that. I'm not an amazing person, but I appreciate it. Ireland has declared a drought in response. The Irish government has, I know it's going to be a joke, have decided to close 2 lanes in every swimming pool in an effort to save water. Thank you, James. You always say the funniest shit. Thank you, Shelly Ray. Granny, love your elephant pool. I want one. I love how real you are. Thank you. You guys never drank out of a hose or played in a fire hydrant?
When I
Hell
was a
yeah.
child. When I
Right.
was a child.
Hell, I seen you made a pool, Laura, and even though I didn't like you at the time that it was shown, I'm like, dude, you know how much credit I give her for making a pool out of a trampoline to keep her kids fucking occupied? That is genius.
Oh, that was
It
so
was
hard.
amazing, Laura. It looks so badass.
So much
It really
work.
was.
But it lasted a whole season. We finally found a filter for it, and then after the season, I was like, all right, I'm done, just done, and we let it go.
Yeah, no, and that's all you needed. One season, one summer, keep them happy, occupied. That's great. I loved it.
Yeah, because pools then, well, it was a really hot summer, and pool, we're stuck in the house.
Yep.
It was like everything was slowly opening again. But a regular above ground pool, oh my God, it was like $2,000.
That's when they made all the pools so much money
Yep.
during. Yep. I got the elephant pool from Acme, actually, a grocery store, 75% off. I think it was like $6. Then I was embarrassed because I have a small car and I'm like, well, wait. Like the guy had to help me bring the pool out. Like it was so big. I'm like, how am I going to fit this in the car? Well, thank God it's like plastic that bends because I was so embarrassed. I'm like, these people are like staring at me like, how are you getting this in there, bitch? But I was able to bend it and squeeze it right in. So it worked out. I'm not going to lie. My kids are embarrassed until, they're hot. And then suddenly you see them flash.
I would imagine you driving down the road with it like the elephant part sticking out your trunk. Like you did.
It did cover the whole trunk, so it was hysterical. But I mean, I like to tan. So when I'm sitting there tanning and it gets too hot, boom, splash right on in. They did rip me off. It didn't have the plug for it, so I had to makeshift a plug. But other than that, no complaints. Yeah.
I was very proud of that pool. We all worked on it together. Like each kid, I was like, all right, guys, now it's your turn to run around the pool and do this saran wrap thing. And oh my God, it was so much work and it was hot, but it worked.
That's just like when people put them in the trucks and stuff. I think it's genius. I would love to do one of those ones that they're using like stuff you would use for a farm animal. What are they called? You guys see what they're doing with those tin things? They're turning them into pools.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
They use that too, but those are small.
They are a little small. Yeah.
Like we wanted something we could all get in together and, after mowing the grass and after doing stuff. And that's why I was like, all right, let's do it.
Well, I'll tell you what, maybe I'll trade in my RV and get myself a pool. That will be my next goal.
Even an above ground though, they're really not that expensive. I mean, I picked mine up. It was like $500 the following year, which was 2021. They were still high. Now you can get them for like $300.
Yeah. Yeah, you can. They're affordable, but it is the filling them up, the upkeep, the chlorine, all of that adds up. Jill, thank you so much. But I got bad news. I got it. Well, good news. I got to go see the new Spider-Man.
Okay.
B-Tim, I know you're lining up. You want me to tell you all the spoilers or
Not really. I don't really care.
reconvene here at like 6 p.m.? We'll go over all the Spider-Man.
No, I don't really care for Spider-Man. I don't really care for
Oh, you're
movies.
fucking weird, dude. How can you? He's from New York. A Spider-Man.
I used to collect Spider-Man comics, but I thought he was lame after a while.
If you still have them, don't want them. I know a little boy that would truly appreciate them.
No, I don't have them anymore. I gave them away.
God,
That's a
you're
while
so
ago.
lame. You guys know B-Tim has Spider-Man sheets on his bed right now.
Sure, I do.
Absolutely. With Spider-Man and Marvel Comics down blanket.
Yep, and he has Spider-Man slippers and PJs.
Sure, sure.
100%. And he has his own little cape.
The actual hero I liked was the Punisher because he actually killed the people that were villains.
Oh, okay. Ella Rose is right. If B-Tim were ice cream, he'd be vanilla with no sugar.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I always thought it was stupid that like Spider-Man just spared all these people that were murdering massive numbers. Same thing with
Because
Batman.
he's not a murderer.
Well, he is a murderer if he just let people continue to kill people,
No, he locked them all up in the cages.
and then they get out and they kill people.
Well, and then he goes after him again. And he tells them, "You do it again." Now he don't do all that, but I mean, he's not slaughtering people. He's Spider-Man. He's the helpful,
Well-
friendly
Well, I mean, if he actually like, got rid of these people, they wouldn't commit more crimes and everything would be good.
Oh, okay, Dexter.
That's pretty much it. I mean, it's true. I mean, that's why the Punisher worked so well. I'm just saying.
Let's go around slaughtering people, and then he's out of a career. Then what does he do?
Well, he can work at Dunkin' Donuts.
Lame. Whatever. Well, I am out of here. I appreciate
see
you
ya.
guys coming
Bye.
up.
Yes, have a good time, and thank you so
Bye.
much for today.
You're
Bye,
welcome.
everyone.
Thank you, just Samantha, for coming up. I do appreciate having the conversation, and I
Green,
will say
thank
you
you.
admit when you're wrong, and I appreciate that.
I have no ill will toward you, okay? Honestly. And that's the whole reason I came up on panel. And my thing about like the chat and then an echo chamber is there might be somebody who likes you, who just wants to have a conversation, but they instantly leave the chat, or they don't want to click the link because they're nervous. But that
Yeah.
might be a good sub who doesn't have anything against you, who may just be confused or just want a simple question. And when you get instantly like attacked, that might make them not want to come in here anymore. And I would hate to see that for you because, could be
No,
a good
I
sub.
get it. Yeah. I mean, it happens. Now, chatters, you all be good in the chat. I mean, I should have more ground rules. We used to be, somebody's on panel, be respectful. I get all of that. I think there's a lot of people that are upset with you, not just because of comments towards me, but others. But I do get what you're saying. Like, nobody should be immediately jumped on, and it does stop conversations, and I get
And
it.
I take the heard. I didn't hear with my own ears. Clocked it. I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
All right. Go enjoy your day, girl.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, chat. Thank you for cuddling me and babying me. And no, I'm just kidding. But seriously, I do appreciate all of you. And I don't think we're an echo chamber. I've had people in here today that, I let them defend people that would never allow a defense against me in their chat. We're not an echo chamber. We just all think alike, which is why we're a community. And that's okay. Everybody's allowed their opinion, and that includes chatters. You guys are not bad people. You're not coddlers. You're not any of those things. You're MFers. That's why we are what we are. But I do appreciate all of you. And thank you for being here with me this morning. And if you haven't, please consider hitting a thumbs up on the way out. And I hope you all enjoy your day. Bye, friends.